got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love goes, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah.
All deep once again. My heart is waking. It hurts when you lie all the time. Can't feel anymore. Feels numb when I die. Restart me again and again. Your love, the ghost of me. Been waiting for the light. Won't say goodbye. Won't close my eyes and die. I'm waking, give me life. The ghost of me, of me. The ghost of me.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah. we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love goes, there is
They don't know how we love when we're lying close. With you, I know I belong. Without all eyes on us, you're the one I want. Say you need me, hide away alone. Don't let go. I know you feel the same. Say you need me, 'cause you'll always be my broken love. Broken love. You'll always be my broken love. 'Cause you'll always be my broken love. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. That's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious. That's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious. That's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious. That's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
All right, let's check this. Can you guys hear me now? Is it working? My God, I'm not a technology I don't know how to work this stuff. Oh my God, this is terrible. What in the heck is happening in my life? Gosh dang. Oh, you guys. Oh, yes. Oh, we're here. We're fucking in action. God damn it. I knew I could do it. Look at you. Look at you here. Now look at you. I don't know what the fuck button I pushed, but I was in here like pushing all the buttons. So let's see how long it works. If it cuts out again, we're done. But for right now, that's it. We're responding to this. Oh my God. Lord help us all. Maybe there's a reason why this went blank. Maybe there's a reason why I shouldn't be on here. I should probably just log off. I should probably just log off right now. Like, oh God, it's Friday night. And Lauren and John responded to their 9-hour crash out live for the Backlash event. Gee, did you guys see this? And now he's over there fucking rambling on about the Salem witch trial. John, stop it. Just stop. My God. They're fucking madder than hell about that goddamn Patreon clip, though. Boy, they're pissed. That's all right. They can stay fucking pissed off. I do not care. We do not care right now. Stay mad. That's fine. Man, Lord, Brad Pitt went in there and was saying, so I made a comment. They deleted that shit quick as hell. They deleted that shit quick as hell. They were like, nope, get your ass the fuck out of here, Queen Bee. We do not like you. We do not care what you have to say, Queen Bee. Get the fuck out of here. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll bounce. But guess what? I said what I had to say. Fuck y'all. And did B Tim get blocked? I was trying to watch, but my phone stays dead, man. But I sure got to hear the fucking excuses roll out. They said we wasn't. B Tim got booted. I figured he would if he went in there. He said a super chat. I'm sure it's probably gone quick. The nerve. Oh my, look at you, Shauna. What are you in here showing some love, Bitty Bop? Don K, member for 37 months. Thank God you're back. My God, I wasn't going to stay on here. I thought my stuff was messing up. It still is. But Shauna L, thank you for the $50 super sticker. So glad you're live. Thank you, Bitty Bop. Look here, dropping 10 of them on us. Coming in hot on a Friday night. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's pull this shit show up. Somebody's streaming it. Somebody got to be streaming it. Somebody got to be streaming this. Right now. Who's doing it? Who's streaming it? Let's go look at this stupid Discord that's messing my stuff up. Stupid Discord. So wait, is Trisha streaming it? Trisha is? Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna go over there and do it. Glad you found your voice. Girl, my voice. I've been found my voice. Shoot. You mean tonight? Glad we found the mic, got the mic turned on. Listen, my computer is messed up. This one's really messed up in the So I got this. Don't you be worrying about it because I already got it taken care of. You hear me? So, anyways, my laptop screen was turning black and messing around all stinking day. Messed me up like 4 times. Just shut itself off. Just turn black, shut off. Turn black, shut off. Pissed me right the fuck off. So I already went. I already got it taken care of. So uh, I wasn't gonna pop on here tonight. So I pulled my old one out. Of course, it wouldn't fucking start up. So I was like, "You asshole." Call me BJ Jr. because I was over here giving it the fucking what for. And I'm like, dang, Larry already wants to bend me backwards like a pretzel. Shoot. Let's not talk about that right now. We're gonna talk about this rebuttal here that Lauren and Dr. John have. So let's talk about that instead. Because my God, if he's anything like Craigie. Jeez Louise. All right, let's go grab this. Hold on. Shadow. Here. So much of what John said could easily apply to Lauren, in my opinion. The more they talk about it, the more they sink their own ship. Oh, yeah, I believe that as well. Hey, Nana's love. How are you, baby? How's things going? Good to see you, Bitty Bop. Hold on. Maisie Daisy, if he's anything like Craigie, he will want to bend you like a pretzel. Listen, John don't know what he's doing, in my opinion. No thanks. No thanks from either one of them. It's funny to joke, though. Darcy says, I'm in for helping Christina sue the britches off of him. Well, I mean, what they're doing to her is really fucking foul as hell, to be honest. Just took a mental health break. I'm glad you know what? I'm glad to see you pop in for a minute. Don't stay too long, love. Don't stay too long. Because this place is toxic as hell, but it's good to see you in here for a minute. Just pop in and say hey and pop back out. Daisy, Dead says, I thought the same. He was also speaking to her. You can't tell those stories he did and not put Lauren in the same category. Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait to go over this with you guys. Oh, I cannot wait to go over this shit with you guys. Miss Patty, thank you for dropping 5 memberships on us. I appreciate you, Biddy. If you guys got one, please tell her thank you. All right, let's go get this on Trisha's link real fast and we'll start streaming it. Okay, you guys want to start at the beginning or you want to start where they are now? His wife is the definition of histrionic behavior. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I don't. I ain't in the field to be diagnosing anybody or anything like that. But I mean, just in my opinion, I think there's definitely some issues going on there that even John knows. I mean, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Little John, hold on, Stephen. What? Stephen, Dr. Stephen Brule says a little birdie told me that John was reported to the licensing boards for ethics violations with his filing. Oh, no shit. That ain't good. That ain't fucking good at all. That is not good. Trisha said, yeah, I can stream her. Okay, cool. Yeah, before I wanted to make sure I had permission first so to make sure it was okay. All right, here we go. Let's put her on then. Do you guys want to start at the beginning or do you want to start where they are now? You guys let me know. The beginning or where she is now. Hey, is she? Good to see you, Biddy. You want to start now where they're at? And then go back to the beginning? Or we can just, you know what? We'll start now where they are and then we'll stream them. Well, because I wanted to talk shit back at them because they was talking shit to me about my clip, about their Patreon. They're mad as fuck about that. They are mad as hell. The beginning is really nothing. Even though I haven't really watched it, I know it's more. Oh, it's boring as fuck. We can probably go at 2 times the speed and still fucking make it where they are. All right, we'll go start it now and see what the fuck they're talking about. See what's going on. What's going on? What's going on?
Exhibits some of those traits, but for him to sit up here and try to imply that unknown still hasn't. Queens in chat.
Let's talk about impact. Extraordinary. This is an.
Of course you can.
I'm like, what the don't you?
Admittedly, I'm going to frame this by saying, admittedly, this is pertaining to adolescents. Okay, but I'm sure this has application to adults.
They lied in here too.
Relying on surveys about the
That's
frequency of cyberstalking may keep us from understanding.
So what was that, Trip?
He's saying that this is research on adolescents, and he's trying to apply it to adults, which everybody that understands human psychology and the difference between an adolescent and adult behavior can draft.
Hold on. They use True Crime Housewives. I'm done. Yeah, we're gonna.
That her goal is to.
Because they're talking.
I'm just throwing this out there to give you an example of another law. Is not allowed to attend the memorial service that you put on.
Oh no! See,
Right. So you're going from this one particular behavior and you're generalizing.
No, see, I knew you were gonna talk shit, John. I just fucking knew it.
Now remember when it's a pig that.
We're starting way back here at the beginning and putting it on 2 times the speed because they talk through it too. So it won't be as bad.
Am I still chopping now, Trip? Can you bring yourself serious? Why?
So I'm not sure.
We're back. I know that a few of you, the hashtag Free John is going around a little bit. You okay? He's here. He's okay.
Yeah, you
Free
have
John.
in the garage. Yeah,
Oh my
so
gosh.
I'm here. Yeah,
Sounds like BJ.
Thank you for giving me some breakfast this morning too after letting me out of the cage. Don't worry, you don't have to free me. I'm good.
Yeah, we're here. And we have a lot to talk about. Remember when I said that last live and it went 9 hours? I don't think this one will be 9 hours.
It's gonna probably be a few hours.
Oh, but it'll be like 5 or 6, right? We're going
grab
like
your
hour
beverages,
6.
grab your popcorn, grab something. Right.
What did you grab? Your tea?
I actually have some coffee this morning.
I've got a bit of everything. John actually is going to have the most to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I actually, went live for 9 hours, as many of you have pointed out.
Oh,
I want
his
to-
balls back.
Here comes the gas
I want
light.
to talk about what happened, but I want to do it more philosophically and more psychologically. So we're going to get into things like the psychology of stalking. We're going to get into the nature of this conflict, the nature of why people, with the different conversations people are having since you released your live, you're lying, whether whether you're telling the truth, right? Like whether you were stalked. Is that just free speech? Right? We're going to cover all of that, and we're going to cover that from mainly a psychological perspective because I am a psychologist.
No, you're going to cover it from your perspective. And yes, you might be a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever it is you're going to say, but you're still covering it from your own perspective, from your own experience, because you're the one going through this. You're not analyzing someone else's situation.
Psychologist. But since
you have your PhD in psychology.
Right, not philosophy. Just to clarify, a PhD is by definition a doctor of philosophy.
Don't worry, I covered that in my life.
Okay, so yeah, so correct. I am a licensed psychologist. I am a clinical and forensic psychologist, and so we're going to approach this largely from a psychological perspective.
And before we begin, I do want to say thank you to everyone for your support. We've actually received thousands of emails and messages from people giving us support, and we just want to say thank you too.
Get through this a lot easier because to this analysis, I'm going to start in a fairly peculiar, unexpected place.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with talking about Brad Pitt, the actor.
That is peculiar.
Brad Pitt, John, really? Come on, man.
It is a little peculiar, right? So I really appreciated.
And he talks about Brad Pitt.
So he was in a, it's a brilliant book. It's a brilliant movie times in his career, but watch a movie and well, you don't see a lot of soap opera actors go on to become megastars. I mean, I guess some of them have, but I'm not aware of a lot, right? And so in 1992, clearly saw talent in this young actor because Robert Redford, early kind of sci-fi.
God.
It's about mental. But
are you muted? Point. She's given him that look several times now.
Oh,
oh my God!
Crash, not
some extraordinary movies over the years. He's been in. But I watched this movie, and now like he's extraordinary in this movie. Presumably stressing that this sort of behavior reflects a deeper aspect of Gabriel's nature. Right. And let's say those messages are part of a group where the culture, Paul Bloom in his book called How Pleasure Works.
Why we like what we like. I like the subtitle.
Oh my God.
He talks about, there's a subject in one of his studies, it's a 4-year-old. And he talks about it. He gives an example of psychological essentialism. And here's what he said. So they interviewed this 4-year-old and he was describing what he perceived to be a violent playmate. So here's what he says. The 4-year-old. Quote, Gabriel didn't just hurt me. He hurt other kids too. He's a herder. Right, Mom? He's a herder. The child is presumably stressing that this sort of behavior reflects a deeper aspect of Gabriel's nature. So what Bloom is saying that's of interest here is that if a child is on the playground, let's say we don't know the context, right? Let's say that child was having a really bad day. Let's say his father yelled at him that morning. Let's say his father maybe even pushed him, right? This kid, Gabriel, comes to school and he acts out. He hits another child.
Okay.
Maybe he pushes another child, and this 4-year-old sees it, and his conclusion is that Gabriel is essentially a herder. He's a bad kid, and you need to stay away from him. Without knowing anything about Gabriel, without knowing Gabriel's story, right? So you're going from this one particular behavior, and you're generalizing. And the important point here is that kids as young as 2 and 3 and 4, this is what they do. They start labeling and categorizing behaviors.
Okay. And putting them into categories.
Putting them in categories, trying to oversimplify it, right? So you're essentially seeing, like this 4-year-old, you're seeing one particular behavior, which is this kid Gabriel hitting another kid apparently. We don't know why, right? We don't know the context. We don't know anything about his home life. And then a 4-year-old is drawing the conclusion that that's a bad kid.
In general terms.
In broad terms,
right?
correct.
It's oversimplifying.
Oversimplified. So what's important here is not only does this happen at a young age, but it solidifies over the course of our lifespan. So in other words, adults are still looking to categorize people the same way. They're looking for a specific instance or behavior to say, that's a herder. So here's an example. Let's say someone writes some private text messages that aren't meant with the expectation of privacy, right? And let's say those messages are part of a group where the culture of that group is to roast other people. That culture of that group is to make fun of other people.
Oh, is that what this is about, huh? Is that what the fuck this is about? So y'all had a group chat to make fun of people? Is that what that was about? To make fun of people, to roast people? I mean, I'm just curious. Is that what this group chat's about? Is that why she's throwing a fucking temper tantrum like she is? I'm just curious.
And to just blow off steam to vent, right?
You know, because they were just blowing off steam to vent, right? Is this is this what you're trying to prepare your audience for it?
And let's say that one of those private messages, just one, or maybe a few, they're released.
Oh yeah, because I mean, just 1 or 3 or 4 were released. I mean, I think they're trying to prepare their fucking their audience for the blows that are getting ready to come. Because what they just say, oh, what's Jay say? A leakage. That's what that was right there.
Publicly. Not to mention the ethical and moral issues about betraying someone.
No. Because I feel like right now y'all just fucking told on yourselves. Let's back this shit up right now.
Privacy and let's say we don't know the context, right?
Okay.
4-year-old. We even pushed him, right? This kid Gabriel comes to school and he acts out. He hits another child.
Okay.
Maybe he pushes another child, and this 4-year-old sees it, and his conclusion is that Gabriel is essentially a herder. He's a bad kid, and you need to stay away from him.
So is Lauren Gabriel?
Knowing anything about Gabriel, without knowing Gabriel's story, right? So you're going from this one particular behavior and you're generalizing. And,
okay.
and the important point here is that kids as young as 2 and 3 and 4, this is what they do. They start labeling and categorizing behaviors.
Okay. And putting them into categories.
Putting them in categories, trying to oversimplify it, right? So you're essentially seeing, like this 4-year-old, you're seeing one particular behavior, which is this kid Gabriel hitting another kid, apparently. Mm-hmm. We don't know why, right? We don't know the context. We don't know anything about his home life. And then a 4-year-old is drawing the conclusion that that's a bad kid.
In general terms.
In broad terms,
right?
Correct.
It's oversimplifying.
Oversimplified. So what's important here is...
Wow, my God, you guys are seeing spin cycle on a higher level.
Not only does this happen at a young age, but it solidifies over the course of our lifespans.
Not only does this happen at a young age, but, it solidifies over the span of your life, like Lauren's age. You know what I mean?
So in other words, adults are still looking to categorize people.
Are they? So adults are still looking to categorize people. Okay. All right. Are we trying to break down what Lauren did? John, is that what we're doing? I mean, I got questions.
The same way, they're looking for a specific instance or behavior to say, that's a herder. So here's an example. Let's say someone writes some private text messages.
Like Lauren. Like say, let's say like Lauren. So somebody writes some private text messages like Lauren did, right? Let's say that.
That aren't meant with the expectation of privacy, right? And let's say those messages are part of a group where the group...
Yeah, and let's say they were part of a group with like Christina, Lindsay, Lori, Ellis, let's say like, several other people, you know what I'm saying? Let's say it was a whole group of people, right? Like that.
The culture of that group is to roast other people.
Oh, is it? The culture of that group is to roast other people. So, wait a minute. So you girls had a roast chat? Because I know that shit's fucking great. And all you guys are embarrassed. That's why they ain't came out yet, huh? Because everybody's embarrassed in that chat. I bet you. Needless to say, I'm sure those text messages are full of a whole lot of shit, in my opinion.
The culture of that group is to make fun of other people.
Oh, is it? The culture of that group is to make fun of other people? No, see, that's not the culture of the group. Well, maybe not of this group.
Just blow off steam to vent, right? And let's say that one of those private messages, just one, or maybe a few, they're released publicly.
Oh my. Kind of like somebody else's were allegedly released publicly, right? I mean, kind of like Lauren's. This sounds awfully similar to her story. I mean, I'm not sure who you're comparing it to, but it sounds a lot like Lauren's story, in my opinion. I mean, I'm just saying. Sounds kind of sketch. I mean, do your own research, form your own opinions. This one's mine, okay?
Not to mention the ethical and moral issues about betraying someone's privacy and their friendship and trust. That's a...
Hey, I'm not saying it's right. It's been done to me. I mean, fuck, I've had it done to me a couple times, actually. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying, you don't throw a fucking temper tantrum like this, drop charges, and have a fucking crying in the bed live stream and then laughing on your Patreon, talking about if you want to see the juicy text, you got to up your tier for nothing. I can tell you that right now. That reaction speaks volumes, baby.
Different issue. That's more of an ethical issue, right? But so let's just say that somebody releases a private message or series of private messages, and they get out to certain people. So an example of psychological essentialism.
And they get out to certain people, like the ones that Lauren apologized to, like those ones. Is that similar? Is that what you mean, John? I'm just curious.
Is you take one of those messages out of context.
Out of context.
Meant to be private. You take one of those messages and then you develop a sticky label that you apply to the person that wrote that private or those private messages, right? So let's say that some of those messages were snarky, or let's say that some of those messages were edgy. Let's say they were a little biting. Maybe they were sarcastic, right? But they were
snarky, edgy, bitey, sarcastic. Nice choice of words, Johnny boy. Nice choice of words. My God, is this not fucking golden or what? Dude, I look, come on, man. Come on. Like, what the fuck? Am I the only one seeing this shit? Or, I mean, am I the only one seeing right through this bullshit story he's telling? Sounds to me like they're trying to brace everybody. Good Lord.
In the context of a group where that wasn't to be shared. Psychological essentialism suggests that certain people will take those messages that weren't meant to be shared and they will develop categories. They will label people bad. They will label people as being immoral because of that type of behavior without looking at the context, without considering that person's history, without considering that person's life, right? Like that's what, so it's the 4-year-old watching one particular behavior and coming to the conclusion that Gabriel is a hurter, right? And that's a moral judgment, by the way, which is going to take us to the next step of this process. So one of the interesting things about psychological essentialism is that human beings, this is true across all cultures. This research is invariant. This research is as universal as you can get in our field, in the field of psychology.
Holy shit. This is wild. Backpedaling like a motherfucker, in my opinion. They are backpedaling like crazy. This right here, bro, what you doing?
Bitch, I'm dead. Ooh, the whole gas station. Look, y'all just wait. He pulls out like 15 books, gonna give us an education on every kind of study, word salad. And I said something real messed up on Rumble, but he just reminds me of the kind of dude that would read The Joy of Sex but can't hit the spot. You know what I mean? It's way too much. He's talking down to people.
Listen, you're rubbing the wrong place.
That's right. You got to use the thumb, baby. It's all in the thumb.
The motion of the ocean here. Come on.
But it's like
is he not talking about Lauren and friends though? Lauren and crew. What's going on, Stitching? How are you, baby?
I'm fine. This is going on. It's so fun.
And the yellow sticky note. Not the yellow sticky note.
I just wonder why a professional, why a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever the psyche is, has to read other psychologists' psych notes.
Yeah, right. It's like you're not writing a research paper where you have to cite everything. Just get down here and speak. What happened? But like I said, I think you're a reader, not a doer. Mm. Does this seem like a reach for y'all? Just wait, it gets better.
Well, I thought he was coming on here to talk from the heart, not to read books and give us a lecture.
Yeah, no, this is a whole, this is a whole lecture. He's going to go into dementia and Alzheimer's too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
As his entitled, persecuted wife sits right next to him, melting like the little witch she is.
Yep. Yes, John. Oh, it gets good. My favorite.
Yeah,
part
we
was when
see right through
Gracie-
this horse shit. Sorry, but
Yeah. Hey, but
whatever.
They was kind of pissed off at you, Queen. They didn't say your name, but they mentioned that video getting out from Patreon. Mm-hmm. They didn't mention your channel, but
B-Tim got rebuked. Rebuked.
Honey, B-Tim's super chat was gold. Did y'all see his super chat?
What it say?
It said something like, John, watch out for your blood pressure. Something or another. Because when you... Oh, what did it say? It was something like...
It was something like that. It deserved to be nuked.
It was good. It did deserve to be nuked, but it was good. It was something like, watch out for your blood pressure. And when you try
Sit
to
next
frame
to a liar
someone-
like that, make your blood pressure go up.
And something like, when you try to use the judicial system to frame somebody's freedom of speech, I guess that'll hurt your blood pressure. Something like that.
And wait till they get into the moral definition of stalking.
Oh, yes.
Screw
That's
the
very
legal
interesting.
definition. We're gonna legislate morality.
Mm-hmm. And he has a couple books on that, too. A lot of books.
Well, I know they're pissed because the little fucking clip I got that immediately made me go watch. They sent me this little clip where it says sarcasm. Now, sarcasm's how I deal with everything. In reference to their clip of their Patreon shit.
Well, they say...
So then I go back and watch it. I try to go back and watch that part of it, and she's like... Now because somebody had to clip it and they had to use it and just put their spin on it, like I did. And I was like, oh yeah,
with her back straight up and her arms akimbo and her lips just
pursed. Yep.
Oh, she mad.
Big mad. But just to let y'all know, I'm just letting y'all know how they're going to explain the laughter. Y'all need to understand it's because just like just like cops and everything, they see so much in their profession that sometimes you just have to laugh. Yeah. Because what they cover is just so dark and they're just so entrenched in it that they just use dark humor.
Yeah, I see dark humor. I can understand that from the work I do.
I have dark humor on some things.
Yeah, but that this doesn't. It's not applicable to you, Lauren. Sorry.
Right. Well, there's a time and place.
I want to see what kind of dark humor they had in this roast chat.
Exactly, because that's where.
Now that we know exactly what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Finding is that human beings, because of psychological essentialism, they believe that we all have what's called a true self. So we have this core self, this true self. Human beings also believe that not only do we have this true self, but this true self is morally virtuous. So this is another part of the finding. So you have a true self that's essential. That self, most people believe that self in themselves and others is morally virtuous. And then we get to another piece of this puzzle. So not only do people see a true self that's morally virtuous, but they believe, because of this, they believe human beings across all cultures believe that there's an intrinsic goodness to them. And they also believe there's an intrinsic goodness in the groups that they participate in or involved in. So I'm going to read from a book here. I'm going to read the psychologist Keith Payne, who summarizes this point.
What's this book?
It's called Good Reasonable People. Keith Payne is a psychologist at the University of North Carolina. He's done a lot of research on social psychology. Keith Payne calls these assumptions, quote, the psychological bottom line. The psychological bottom line. What that means is Payne is saying that universally across all cultures, human beings always come back to the psychological bottom line. I'm going to read what he says. This is on page 41. The first non-negotiable principle is that I am a good and reasonable person. The second principle is that, quote, my groups are good and reasonable people. It goes on. When the psychological immune system, that means defense mechanisms, that's what researchers call it.
Okay, defense mechanism.
When the psychological immune system protects us from threats, it does it by finding a way to make everything else add up to the psychological bottom line. In other words, human beings, we think that there's a true self, that it's moral and it's good, and we
look at BJM. They pinned his chat. Look.
Oh, they're holy fuck. I think.
Oh no, this is Trisha's.
Oh, okay.
Pinned it. Holy fuck! I think BJ and Craig could have done a better response. This is wild. BJ said, BJ and Craig can do a better response.
It would be.
Oh my, this is terrible.
Drunkenly entertaining.
Raro said, can we get some salads in the chat? Word salad, because that is what he's doing right now. This is a bunch of word ass salad. What is going on?
We'll do everything in our power.
Look how many books he's got. Look how many books he's got stacked up, man.
Oh my God. Take your fucking history lesson somewhere else. We do not care.
And I love to be read to. It's my favorite thing. I love to be read to. That pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like when when you're trying to explain something, don't read another person's whatever. Put it on the screen. You can read it, and then I can read it at the same time. Don't read to me over
especially when
and
you're
over and
supposed
over.
to be
Right.
have a doctorate in this.
Right. Go on, my dude, Mr. Thumb.
Well, what the hell?
To make sure that people perceive us as good, or to ostracize those people that we don't see as good. So in other words, it's fundamentally human beings. This idea of morality is fundamentally human beings. It's a part of our makeup. It's how people see other human beings, right? I'm going to read, this is from an article by Julian de Freitas.
Okay.
Julian de Freitas teaches at Harvard. He's done a huge amount of, he's a psychologist at Harvard. He's done a huge amount of research on this idea of what he calls the good true self.
This is from Cognitive Science.
Cognitive Science,
Multidisciplinary
2017, volume 42. I'm just reading from the abstract. Quote, here's how he summarizes it. Quote, people sometimes explain behavior by appealing to an essentialist concept of the self, often referred to as the true self. Existing studies suggest that people tend to believe that the true self is morally virtuous. That is, that deep inside, every person is motivated to behave in morally good ways. So I'm trying to establish the fact here that human beings see themselves as moral creatures. We operate on moral ground typically, and that's how we evaluate other people, right? That's how we kind of live our lives. I'm going to go further with this idea. So there's been some interesting research by Strominger and Nichols. This is from an article called Neurodegeneration and Identity. It is 2015 from Psychological Science. What they did.
I just quickly want to jump in. Stitching with a Sister has just got a membership.
Hey, I'm about to lose my fucking mind.
Yeah,
I swear to God. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and I think Big Girl accidentally unpinned the StreamYard link, so I'm not sure if you want to throw
I'll
that
drop
back
it.
This is what I said he was gonna do though, right? I said he was gonna do this shit when we reviewed that Patreon. And it's this like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose it. This dude.
Trish is a tattletale.
Woosah. Sorry, I don't laugh.
Yay, Stitchy. Congratulations.
In this study is they looked at a bunch of people that had traumatic brain injuries or dementia, and they were trying to evaluate that when somebody is basically losing their identity because of dementia, when they're losing their memory, do other human beings evaluate them in terms of memory loss or some other way?
Yeah.
And this is incredibly what they found.
Fucked up.
What they discovered is that as long as the person perceived some type of moral foundation that's still, or moral part of the person, foundation that still existed in the person, they then saw that person as still being the same. If they had no memory of who they were, and there was no ability for the person with the dementia to still hold on to any type of moral principles or moral behaviors, then they didn't see that as the same person. So in other words, what they found was
You're
it wasn't
fucked up.
memory that determined whether you see someone with dementia or brain injury in the same way. It was morality. It was morals.
That's
and
how
again,
strong.
That's how strong this is, right?
That's how we are judging.
So let's go back.
We're assessing.
I'm going to just quote from this article, Neurodegeneration and Identity. Quote, this is
You
from
bore the crap out of me.
page
I know that much.
1477.
Yeah, this is boring as fuck. This has nothing to do with nothing.
Quote, the current results.
It's like one of these things does.
There's a fascinating study from the most hardened violent criminals go to extreme lengths to see themselves as good, reasonable people. It goes back to Paine's fundamental psychological principle.
Yeah.
I'm going to read here. I'm going to read a little bit from the study just to make this point. Page 510.
Just say
nobody
yes,
cares. We're not in a fucking college course. No one cares. We're not in fucking court. What are you doing?
The court wouldn't even allow this bullshit.
Who gives a fuck? Are you trying to read out?
The judge.
Laura, this is embarrassing as fuck. Get your man. God
Exactly.
damn.
The assessment.
Your arms.
Oh,
I told you, I
Jesus,
can
ain't
bowl.
doing nothing but making you look even fucking worse. This is terrible. What are you doing?
Uncross
My
your arms
God.
and pop him upside the head and tell him to stop it.
Right. Get the fuck out of here. Go on. I would have said, put that fucking paper down. Go on. Go on. You're not going to sit and read it, folks. What the fuck is this?
We go from we're little children, Gabriel, to now we're Alzheimer's. I know.
Jeez, Lord.
It's wild. This is why I never thought this.
The nonviolent.
We're not allowed to have our own opinions.
Nope. They just babble about nothing that nobody gives a fuck about.
Character is a foundational core belief.
Look at her face. Look at her. She's fucking bored. My God.
Somebody has to look at the camera.
Jesus, Lord.
I am. I'm going to dub him John the Babblator.
Hey, tomorrow night, I'm bringing my nursing journal. I'm bringing my nursing journals up, and we're going to have a class tomorrow night on something just riveting, and I'm just going to read to y'all. What the fuck?
And I will read the whole statute of ECPA and Kalia.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Holy shit. Did y'all expect this? I expected some of this, but not to this extent. Oh, he's not done.
Jeez, this is boring us to sleep. Go ahead and get your smoke out. Smoke him if you got him. Holy fuck.
And don't fall asleep listening to this, because it could possibly creep into your subconscious and you can become like them.
No, Grayson shows up in just a little bit. It's like reality 2.0. You hear
read my avatar.
With it,
so good.
Violence is framed as transient and situational.
Why the fuck did I just pump him up to 2 times speed and he sounds a little bit normal?
And thus could not be accurately viewed as a trait or defect of the offender.
Okay.
By relying on a variety of situational justifications for their violence, offenders resisted internal and external labels of being violent, at least.
Nobody cares, Professor John. Now go on. Go on. This is embarrassing as fuck. Lauren, how dare you?
As they defined it.
If you think we're going to talk about your boring ass fucking man, we ain't. We're talking about you. The attention is still on you.
We want to know why you went closer, then closer, then closer. That's what I want to know about. Why'd you go
we want to know why you tried to have a woman thrown in jail because you had your fucking feelings hurt.
Yeah, for 30 days.
That's a real trash bag thing to do.
Yeah. Want the ankle monitor
now.
And they twist that hearing so badly. It's just crazy.
Oh yeah, they do. They lie right the fuck out their ass.
Yep,
We're
sure
gonna
do.
put it right up on the screen. We're gonna listen to them lie and then put it up on the screen. Listen to them lie and put it up on the screen.
Yep.
Hold on. They claim Lauren was there first. Well, I mean, whatever.
But distance themselves from it by pointing to situations or circumstances that caused their actions.
But they distance themselves from it, huh, Lauren? You're doing a pretty good job of that, ain't you, sis?
So, what does this mean?
Yeah. Tell us what
it means. That there's this deep propensity for human.
Yeah, bore these people to death so they forget what I did.
or your thoughts of what's true isn't. He's basically like taking away from that. Like he's literally.
Look at that fucking face, boy. You know she's bored than a mother. Look at her. Somebody gotta fucking sit here and deal with this shit.
Oh, she's thinking we're being told.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are being told about ourselves.
Oh, let him read you this book. He'll tell you about yourself. Page 16.
Punish us, John.
Section 49. Shit.
It's like Dr. Babe's gonna read to you, girl.
You want to read it with me? She thinks he ate with that shit too. She thinks he's tough as hell. Look at her. Oh, he told y'all. And so now what?
Turtle Boy said it best.
69, section 12, AB, section 2, Professor John popping that sentence out. Read that shit out, teacher, Professor John.
Hey, look, Turtle Boy said it best. Do you know you're married to a chick?
Preach. Preach.
Swear to God.
Doing anything and everything he can to undermine any opinions that you may have. Anybody that's into psychology.
Dirty news.
So now
Oh
I
my
talk about
gosh.
these ideas of the
Maybe you should have used Johnny Depp as an example.
Actor,
That's fine, yeah.
but I haven't assessed him the way you have. I know you've always loved Brad Pitt.
Let's go back to Brad Pitt.
That
So,
bothered him.
and I don't want to
Oh, fuck. Let's slow this shit down a little pinch.
Why?
minimize
Smile.
what happened, right? Like, if in fact he did abuse her, right? That's appalling. I'm obviously
We
never.
don't know what
We don't know. I'm never going to support that, right? But the point is, back in 2016 when this happened,
Because other people
what you get
hear
in
very
these types
well.
of situations is you get this large.
But now it doesn't show up anymore, so I don't know what happened.
Hey, you know what's going to be the best part about this? Is listening to BJ trying to explain it. Bitch. Everybody is
10 to 1. How much you want to bet she falls asleep while she's watching it? For reviewing
Oh,
it?
yeah. But she's going to be like, nobody has any morals anymore. Bitch, I'm dead.
Kind of morality played. What you get, the best way I can describe it is that people become involved in what I would call a moral crusade.
Mm-hmm.
And the moral crusade is, I think that the moral crusade exists mainly because humans are very prone to making moral judgments. And as I just said, and when they perceive someone as bad or when someone is labeled as bad, the goal ultimately is to ostracize them from the group or groups, right? And so that in essence is an attempt to cancel someone. You label someone bad, you get them ostracized from groups, you ruin their reputation, right? Part of that was going on with Brad Pitt. And you might say, okay, so who cares? Why, let's say this is a moral crusade that people are trying to paint Brad Pitt as evil, so he never works again in Hollywood. They're trying to get him canceled, right? To punish him for his so-called moral shortcomings. And I think there's something really interesting here that we need to consider that applies to our situation, and this is where this is important. The problem Angelina Jolie had in trying to make this a moral crusade was that the
boring
Brad Pitt as his body of work, which is
you always say make good.
Right, to work, cancel Brad Pitt, whatever.
Wild Rowena
compared to Brad Pitt, right? I can't imagine that for Taylor Swift. What I care about is the quality of his work. It's interesting that, like Brad Pitt, this whole smear campaign from the start, that every bit of this in 2016.
Okay. Here we go with their bullshit crybaby smear campaign shit.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this.
No, they're smearing themselves. Nobody is even saying much at all.
I know. Oh, I know.
That the situation you're in, this whole smear campaign from the start, that every bit of this is about a moral referendum on you and your character. Every bit of this has become a moral crusade.
Every bit of this is a moral crusade. Every bit
Well,
of it.
but they consider us immoral, so what difference? They should just ignore us then.
What in the hell? Wait until he gets to George Clooney's sweater.
What?
Oh my God. What? Stop. Johnny.
Right? And what I find fascinating about that is that this debate is not happening in the realm of, oh, what's the quality of Lauren's work? What's the quality of Hidden True Crime's work? Right? Like, I could argue with Brad Pitt, for example, that this attempt to shift the debate to this moral crusade, to this moral issue, but it's certainly an attempt to shift the debate away from his work as an artist and an actor to something else, to something about his character, to something about his morals and his right. And the question is, so, and by the way, with you weren't accused, you've never done anything like that ever. Like, you've never done anything wrong.
Well, my eyebrows are a sin.
Right. Yeah, you may have to shave those.
What?
You know, we
I
received
love myself some Botox.
we received some emails. I think there's I want to read a comment we received by Pinata Samurai. I love that name, by the way. Thanks, Pinata Samurai.
This is a comment.
This is a comment that I love that summarizes this whole thing up. We received a brilliant text a brilliant message in comments from one of our viewers. And here's what Pinata Samurai said.
Love the name.
I know, Pinata Samurai. It's so great. Next time I go to a pinata party with our son, I'm going to call myself Pinata Samurai. Quote, even if you were the devil himself, I still watch you. You're brilliant at what you do. You and your husband both.
That was a super chat.
Right, and so,
Yeah. What is she doing?
Trisha will read it out in just a second, but B Tim super chat just went up.
Oh, okay. She's playing.
on, Lauren.
Yeah,
the reason that's
Trisha
relevant.
will read it.
The reason that's relevant.
Yeah, Trisha will read it.
Quote, even if you were the devil himself, I still watch you. You're brilliant at what you do. You and your husband both.
I didn't see it.
The fuck?
Right. And so
Oops, maybe I was wrong.
Oh
the
my
reason
God.
that's relevant,
I'm not the devil.
the reason that's relevant, I know you're not the devil. It's making a point. Obviously, you're not the devil. Only when you lock me in my cage.
I'm sorry. I just got to stop a second because we can review this again like tomorrow. And she's so scared. She's sat there with devil horns. Like, oh my God, I can't. This is wild.
Look, like that statement was basically, yeah, I'm gonna endorse this statement. I like this statement because basically it's saying that as long as you're really good at something, you could do fuck shit and it's okay. Like it's a pass because you're really good at something.
Right.
And they endorse that. That shows you their character. This shit is crazy. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah. Apparently the glare was restreaming them as somebody told them in chat.
Cage in the garage. The reason why that's brilliant is because I think it really gets to the core of this debate, just like Brad Pitt, right? Why isn't anybody debating this on the terrain of our work?
Oh,
why is this being litigated as a moral referendum?
Because everybody has probably thought you were credible and good people, and your work is part of that. And I don't even know. I can't get the words out right now.
I got you. Because
You said it,
your work, right, and what you present, your presentation, how you have acquired that information that you presented to everybody, and this act that you put on, like you're these decent people, isn't really what it is. So it's false.
Oh, hold on. Brittany J's in chat. Look. Sorry, I just had to tell you.
Trisha,
The
you
Beach is in chat.
everyone.
Sorry, Trip.
Oh, you're good. That's pretty much.
Oh, of course she's in chat. She's in there kissing fucking ass, licking the booty hole. She says here, I'm sorry for what you're going through, Lauren. I have been cyber harassed and stalked to a very dangerous degree myself. In being a smaller creator, it's terrible that YouTube allows this behavior. If you don't shut your ass up with that bullshit. Look here. The lies. Yours was dismissed. She dropped hers. Yours was dismissed by a judge.
Yes.
Siege.
Well, I'm sure Lawrence would have been dismissed as well by a judge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure too. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is she dropped it herself.
Right. But what Dr. Gooberhead over here is trying to say is that this is all about some text messages and some moral issues, right? We're judging her by our morals, right?
Right.
Okay. I don't care if she talks shit on people, right? Whatever. Victims, yeah, that's going to be a little worse for me, right? You shouldn't do that. But the fact that you tried to take someone's freedom of speech away, then you tried to set them up. We went closer, then closer, then closer. That you did that and tried to have them physically have their freedom taken by having them locked up for 30 days. That is what I'm going to judge the hell out of you. And you lied about it. What you said in that 9 hours is not what happened in that courtroom.
Right.
And what
not
you're
only
about to say,
go to jail, after you get out of jail,
right.
I want you to wear a GPS tracker.
Right. And you cannot have social media, and that will be on your record forever.
You are banned from the internet.
Yep. So that's what I'm going to judge you on. You both, all three of y'all. Y'all are all fucked up. And then he makes it seem like everybody is simping for Christina and this group. I've never heard anybody come out here on that is calling out this shit that has said, I think Christina is a great person. Not one.
Nope.
Not a single one. I think it's fucked up. Some of the stuff she put out, it shouldn't have been put out. It is what it is. But he wants you to think that this is all about text messages and the morals of it. It is morally wrong to put out text messages. It is morally wrong that Lindsay went into her phone and looked at her YouTube studio and showed it to Grayson. Nobody's saying that stuff is right.
Exactly.
Quit gaslighting your fucking people. They'll still pay you. Shit,
Everyone has different morals. It's all how they're interpreted.
Right. But when you try to take someone's freedom of speech and their physical freedom and you set her up to do it, then yes, I have feelings about that.
Yeah.
And then you compare yourself to Charles Vallow. Like, this is how Charles Vallow felt. You're a fucking weirdo, man.
What?
And I'm not going to listen to any psychologist. I don't care how many books you read to me from that lays there and says that he woke up at 5 a.m. with his wife having ideations and he left her with a 24-year-old whack job.
Yeah.
I don't
He
care
probably
what
couldn't
you
find
read.
the book that he needed to read to
Right.
her. So.
Get out of here. Sorry.
I hope they're still not live or premiering their live.
Fucking weirdo. And then they're dangling it out there like they might take it to another state and try again and everything. Do it, lady.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it federal. It's just a joke. It's not a joke. Actually, it's not a joke. It's sad.
I don't believe in frivolous lawsuits, but I swear to God, Christina has got one hell of a lawsuit. And he only refers to her as stalker one time, and he slipped up when he said it. He ain't saying now he's replaced stalker with smear campaign.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they're the ones doing the smearing. Is she out there smearing? Is she out there doing? Are the 7 gatherers gathering out here? Mm-hmm. I have not seen them.
Nope. Burning it down. You're a liar.
Duke must have had to go pot.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Much it though. It's like, my actual hell, my here.
You need probably some bank account, the Daybell trial, for violating a number of court regulations multiple times. Does that person have moral authority to comment on your character?
I'm not going to say.
How about this? Somebody who took your phone without your consent and went through your phone and the financials that went in your phone. This person knew that they were never to access their financials. That's our business. That person gets in your phone, looks at your financials without your consent. Does that person have the moral authority to engage in a moral crusade to ruin you? Or how about this? Someone who makes comments on a TikTok about your brother in a coma and how you want to non-consensually try to obtain your brother's sperm.
Why don't you quit weaponizing her dead brother and bringing that up? Nobody has said that was good. Why don't y'all show her dead brother some respect and quit saying that? Why don't you do that? Because that's what you're doing. Everybody else is saying, I don't want to talk about that. That's gross. You shouldn't have done that. Right. But y'all keep using it like you use your children, your kid. It's weird as fuck. Leave the dead alone. And that goes for her too. It's weird. Nobody white knighted and said that was a good thing. But y'all keep bringing it up.
Wait, though. Did y'all notice how fucking slick they were with that? As soon as he started talking about this, Lauren clicked this motherfucking picture up on the thing. Did you notice that?
Well, Grayson probably did.
Grayson did it.
Well, I'm sure Grayson probably did because she's their bitch. Sorry,
she's in the room. You'll hear her in a minute. She's in the room.
At least he's getting more animated. I mean, it's you know, he's all animated with righteous anger.
Listen,
your consent. Does that person have the moral authority to engage in a moral crusade to ruin you? Or how about this? Someone who makes comments.
Or how about this? Someone who makes comments. You see how that just popped right up on the screen before he even said comment?
Yeah, her timing was off.
About your brother in a coma and how you want to non-consensually try to obtain your brother's sperm. Does that person have the moral authority to engage in a crusade, a moral crusade to ruin your character? Or how about this? Somebody who follows you around the courthouse, videotaping you, video recording you, constantly getting in your face, and because of that type of behavior, is not allowed to attend the memorial service that you put on.
I participated in helping organize. My dear friend actually.
Does that person have the moral authority to engage in this moral crusade against you?
Well, it's a good thing we're not talking about morals, huh? Moral authority, moral crusade, because guess what? Your morals don't matter on the internet. They don't seem to matter, okay? No matter how fucking nice or good you think you can be.
Right? So my point is that if you're going to engage in a moral crusade, you better be squeaky clean. And my point is that we all have flaws.
Well, I'm not squeaky clean. I can tell you right now. Lauren's not squeaky clean either.
Nobody.
To the parable in the Bible, whoever hasn't sinned.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody has said that they're perfect. Nobody is white knighted for the other side. Oh my God. They don't get it. They don't get it. You're liars. You're fucking liars.
I think they definitely get it. This is them trying to fucking, get themselves out and deal with the backlash and the bullshit. Reading books.
They're preaching to their choir.
You're fucking reading books. You're fucking reading books like we're your fucking students. Get the fuck out of here.
She's going to go
for
biblical.
Your entitlement showing a little too much.
Yeah.
For me. Hide your entitlement.
We all have flaws. We all have imperfections. And so people make mistakes. You've made some mistakes here. You've acknowledged that. The question is that if you're going to engage in this type of moral crusade, that at some level you're going to need some moral authority to do that. And what does that even mean? I mean, I could talk for the next 5 hours about what moral authority means.
I'm sure.
Well, your moral authority doesn't mean shit to me. Okay? Can I be any more clear on that?
You talk about morality. I won't. I'll just say this.
Morality to everyone is different, right? What is moral and what isn't?
I'll just say this.
Each person.
I mean, what's moral and what isn't, Lauren? You let us know. Is it moral to talk about people and have a roast chat when you're in a Delphi trial? I mean, you said the last 6 years, the Delphi trial was what, 5.5, almost 6 years? So, I mean...
No, Delphi... Richard Allen's was just... No, they're talking about going all the way back to the beginning of Daybell. Delphi
but she said her 6 years. She goes, yeah, if you had to go back in your text messages for the last 6 years...
Right.
You would be scared too.
It wasn't just about Delphi.
Right. There was way more than that. Shit. There was the Daybell trial. There was Delphi. She's been talking about people for a while, I'm guessing. In her roast chat.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why they sit here and try to talk about moral authority. Okay. Show those text messages, Miss Moral.
Mm-hmm.
Show us how moral you was in that fucking group chat.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking can't stand these people.
Moral authority.
Do you need me to pause a minute?
Well, it's like, all right, so they threw out a little manipulation, a little religious manipulation and whatnot. And this whole moral authority and moral crusade, right, is just a bunch of babble and bullshit. You might not always like the person or the quality of person that exposes truth, the messenger per se. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't like the messenger, but if the messenger is speaking truth or putting out facts, just because they might not be morally to standard does not take away from the truth of the facts. And he's trying to basically undermine the message of truth, right, and the facts, because he's condemning these people for their lack of morality because of certain actions he deemed immoral. And then with her whole, the morality stance is different for everybody, right? So it's like they're doing a multifaceted attack on your senses and your intelligence and your perception. This right here, I just, shit's crazy to watch the people in their chat that are just like, oh, it's a part two. Oh my, we got you. And then BJ over there, YouTube should not allow this. Even though like all those videos were over on TikTok, right? So basically when she's saying the YouTube thing, she's basically referring to herself. We all know this. Yeah. But damn, this shit's crazy. It's getting crazier. Wow, I did not. Wow.
That boy
The
was raised like this.
manipulation of it all.
Not at this level.
Authority is derived from a couple of places. It's derived from your behavior, and it's derived from the community.
It's wild as hell.
In which that behavior occurs, right? You get moral authority because the community confers it on you for either good or bad behavior, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's interesting that everyone involved in the smear campaign is claiming this moral high ground. And they're claiming this moral authority to engage in this smear campaign and bullying and stalking against you.
What?
Because they're morally correct, right? Because they're right. They're going to show, they're desperately trying to show that you've done something wrong, that you're a bad person, and you should be canceled.
Yeah, well, how about also this someone is either all good or all bad? I mean, that's what you were saying at the beginning of this.
That gets into psychological essentialism, exactly. Yeah, psychological so it's like the fourth grader. It's like the fourth grader watching.
4-year-old.
I mean, I'm sorry, I meant the 4.
Yeah, even worse.
It's like the 4-year-old watching a little child punch another kid. Maybe Gabriel had a bad day, and then coming to the conclusion that's a herder. This is a version of that. And by the way, part of the reason that's important is because there is a tremendous amount of immaturity here, right? Like these smear people are engaged. We've seen so many comments about this. That how childish this is, how middle schoolish this is.
Well, your wifey's the one who did a 9-hour live stream, her and Grayson. So they opened up the book for everybody.
Nobody knew about this.
Childish too. We thought it was pretty immature too, but here we are.
Nobody knew about all this. Nobody.
Oh, hey. Nobody would have known about all this had she not said shit.
Anybody have any aloe? Because I've got some really bad gas burns from all the gaslighting. You got any aloe? I need some aloe. I got some serious burns. What the fuck?
Can I interject one more time?
It's almost like you're.
Okay, so basically, what else is the issue here is that they're focusing on this quote unquote smear campaign, right? These allegations from these women about, the things Lauren has done, which we haven't even got to hear everything, right? Whereas the bigger problem is that us as a community as a whole have sat here and picked apart this whole entire situation. Most importantly, the legal part of it all. And that's where the biggest transgression is in the legal part of it all. That's where it showed her character the most, is her abuse of the system. So it's like he's wanting to stay completely away from that and just focus on this whole morality thing and these group of people that are, on this, witch hunting, like he said last time, right? And that's not even the biggest problem, right? It's what he has done in the courts and with the legal system. That is the biggest thing, and he is trying to stay as far away from it as he possibly can. And I'm gonna go out here on the limb and say I bet he does not even breach that part of the situation. He's going to stay as clear away from that as possible because there is no excusing what these 2, or I should say 3, have done with the court systems. It's unexcusable. Hands down, full stop. In this community of true crime, where we stand up for what is right. We do not stand with people that abuse the system like this. That's one of the things that we do not do. And he's going to stay as far away from it as possible because there's no amount of fucking mind fucking he can do to excuse that, in my opinion. All right, I'll shut up.
Damn, just laid it down.
I told you he was raised right.
Man, he just put it down.
Chat as well.
That there's a deliberate attempt here, I think, to shift this debate away from your work, our work, the quality of our work. Like technically, Brad Pitt, I don't really care what's going on in his personal life. I'm just interested in his mastery of acting and his journey towards mastery. And I've been invested in that for a long time. As a matter of fact, I have a quote from a critic This is recently. So Brad Pitt did a recent movie called F1, which I love, by the way. I thought he was great. I mean, it wasn't much of a stretch for him. It was probably a very easy role, but he was fantastic at The Vulture.
Okay.
And I guess part of the debate that was going on with F1 was around this idea of, well, what if he's an abuser? Should we give any credence to this movie or to Brad Pitt as an actor? Like, shouldn't we? It was about canceling him, essentially. And here's what she said.
Okay.
She's like, quote, "It isn't that people don't believe what happened to Jolie on that plane. It's just that they don't care." And why is that important? Because what this critic is saying is the people understand that the humans make mistakes. Humans are imperfect. And if you want to make this into a moral crusade, then in many ways you're really negating the important point, which is.
Can you pause it a second? That's what we're trying to tell y'all.
Pause right now.
She
You know
fucked
what?
up.
Yeah, humans make mistakes. They definitely make mistakes. But the mistake that she fucking made was going to the courts and abusing the fuck out of the court system to, fuck somebody else over.
Right. Like, we can handle shit talking, even if it was against victims, people would forgive you for that. You'd come up with an excuse. But when you took it legal and fucking lied and did all the fuck shit that you did, all three of y'all, Grayson included, all three of y'all,
Yeah.
that's something that I can't forgive. I'm sorry. And that doesn't have anything to do with really morals. It's you really you kind of broke. I don't know if you broke the law or not, but trying to entrap somebody to get them arrested to where you're making out to where it's like you're pushing them to, quote, break the RO just so you can get them arrested because your fucking feelings are hurt.
That's grimy shit.
It is.
They turned into tragedy pimps.
Y'all are both pieces of shit.
Akira with a $10 super sticker says it doesn't matter if a person is moral or immoral. Everyone has freedom of speech and everyone has opinions, regardless if you agree with them or not.
Preach.
I'm into that. Bindi says she's pretending to understand what he's saying.
She always has that look.
Ro, can we get word salad in the chat?
Yeah.
Miss Tilly T. Freaky couple, in my opinion. And then Ro, they use the true crime housewives. That shit cracked me up when you said that.
But he thinks this is all about the text message and the morals, and we haven't even seen any of that. I, personally, for me, I am judging the absolute tire fuck out of you for what you did legally.
Yeah. They must know more than we do because
we all talk shit. Guess what? We all talk shit.
Including them.
Yeah. But the manipulation, when you left that courtroom, that judge told you weren't real happy with what the judge said, right? And then you go and you have Grayson film you in your bed, wiping your nose on a fucking blanket. Get out of here. I'm embarrassed. I did my own research.
The judge said, let me be clear. Let me be clear. It appears you're trying to silence this person, and that will not happen.
And then he's going to bring up how apparently when Christina left the courtroom, she did a little thing and did like a mic drop.
Right.
And that's part of stalking. That's part of harassing them.
No.
He's going to tell you about it.
Well.
I've never seen two thin-skinned, entitled bitches in my whole life.
They are, and they're so persecuted. So persecuted. And they're so canceling themselves. I mean, they're not going to cancel she's still going to be. You know what I mean?
She'll always have a channel. I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, hell, Betty still, people love her. I think
Daybell Vallow broke her.
What do you mean broke her?
Broke her brain. Broke her trauma. She became that. She became it.
Oh, but apparently it goes back 6 years, and so that that was at the beginning. You know what I mean? It's not like you're talking about.
Well, I think it goes back to 7 years old, and then it leads up to all this shit.
That ain't my problem. I don't care.
Right, but that's what I mean. She's already feeling persecuted and traumatized.
Poor little thing.
Yeah, and dumping it all on us.
She's like, and then he calls people that disagree haters.
They're nonconformists.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get to that part too. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I know. It's wild. What a trip.
I want to hear what Grayson has to say. I like what Annie Elise was talking about Grayson. That was good.
Oh, I didn't know Annie Elise said something about Grayson.
Yeah, I put it in a screenshot thing.
Oh.
Because Lauren poached her from Annie Elise.
Well, I still stand on my view of Grayson. I don't care who thinks I'm horrible.
What's your view? I find her creepy.
I think she's I think she likes to live in chaos, and I think she might be part of the problem, maybe instigating some of the phone calls from inside the house.
Yeah. Some people don't even know how to act without some kind of crisis or shit going on. And if there isn't, they'll create their own.
Yeah. And it's like, when she sat there and lied to Trisha on Web Sleuth and said, I turned around and she was right there. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Y'all were in that bar. You went, per Joe, he was the photographer for y'all. You moved up, then you went a little closer and a little closer. 3 times. Stop it. You're a liar. But that lunch, seriously, Stitching, am I a bad person? You know me. We've talked privately. I mean, you know me as good as you know me, but
Right.
We've talked am I a horrible person for saying I would just, if I was at that table, what I would do, tie her, like shake her, slap her, get her under control? I could see you doing that.
I could. Did you just say you could see me doing that?
Yeah, I could.
I'd probably throw some ice water in her face.
Well, see, there you go. Okay, well, same thing. I mean, I wouldn't take a tooth out or nothing, but I would get her attention.
I would tell her to stop herself.
Exactly, stop it. Ooh, that lunch thing just, it triggered me bad.
I would, both her and Grayson, with that lunch thing.
Oh, Grayson mainly. The whole, this is how people get murdered. I'm going to be physically attacked.
Well, my God, John here, John the Babblator, is soon going to say that somebody said that, or basically that we want her dead. When did that ever come out of anybody's mouth? Ever?
Well, yep, they say that, but now they're saying that they got a real life death threat. Well, if you've been on the platform this long and you haven't gotten one before, I'm shocked. To be honest,
a real life death threat.
Yeah, they talk about it. I mean, they don't show any proof of it, of course.
Right, and I've had those before, but I'm still alive, so right. I'm assuming that.
I mean, I think subs have gotten them. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never gotten a death threat, thank goodness, but but I mean, if somebody said I'm going to come and chop your head off and put it on a platter, okay.
Which is now the going Halloween costume.
The head on a platter, bitch.
Yes. I saw it on Instagram. There's a bunch of memes.
And look, and on the platter, you need to have like McDonald's hamburgers around you for the golden arches.
Yes.
But we would have never known all this. Never. 311 subs. Wasn't nobody paying attention? You got your feelings hurt.
Lauren was paying attention. She was too paying attention too much.
Mm-hmm. They put eyeballs in chat. They're watching me. You are on a public live. That drives me nuts. It was
so kind.
nuts.
Their live stream shit's over, so we're gonna
Good.
stream there.
Oh, look at that pause. Look at that face.
She does the
Ooh.
meanest pauses.
Better here. Let me put it back on here again.
You meanie face.
It's like she smelled some shit.
View.
That's John's bullshit sitting next to you.
Right. And this is important
Right,
because
John.
if people are engaged in a smear campaign and they get information that contradicts their belief, they're going to ignore it.
Correct.
They're going to stand their moral ground. They're going to stay with their moral superiority. They're going to remain in their self-righteous perspective because they have a moral authority.
They'll twist the evidence. They'll edit the evidence.
They'll edit it. They'll twist it. They're going to show
pull
you
the evidence out of context.
Right. They're going to show you whatever they want to show you because of confirmation bias and the cognitive response principle. So no matter what information you give them, it's not going to move the needle. It's not going to impact their perspective that you're a bad person and you're immoral. And they...
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Don't you love learning about yourself and how we're thinking?
Oh wow.
You have to fight that battle on that moral terrain because more than likely it's going to be much more difficult to fight it on the terrain of content and the quality of content.
Yeah.
But let's move on. So that's important to know because this is why when evidence comes out to the contrary, like you and I have gotten a lot of feedback from people that's been very positive about creators we've helped, about victims we've helped. They've reached, all these people have reached out to us, right? That contradicts their narrative.
Right.
And so therefore, that's information. That's evidence that contradicts their narrative about how immoral you are. Therefore, they're going to use confirmation bias and they're going to use cognitive response principle to negate or deny or minimize or delete all of that information that could change their perspective, right? That's how you continue on a smear campaign.
Yeah.
You put it on moral terrain, you disengage from any contrary evidence, and that's how you keep going. In fact, that's how you escalate. But let's take the next step in this analysis, and this is a step I love. There's something called the fundamental attribution error.
Okay.
You can't even say it right.
Hey, look, you know what?
True liars.
Hey, you know what? I know why she was in that chat talking shit with those women, because she had to listen to this motherfucker sitting there running his flap all damn day.
I guess. And
Holy crap.
No one's taken away that she's helped other creators or victims. What the fuck? You could be both. You could be a bitch and be helpful. I mean, my God, where are you putting her? What? Oh, wow.
I don't know.
He's getting all excited here, though. He's getting even more animated. Woo!
Grayson about to come in, baby. It's good.
Okay.
Little reality 2.0.
Fundamental attribution error is probably one of the fundamental principles of psychology. It's been proven over and over again by research.
Okay.
It's if there's such thing as a law in the field of psychology, this would be close to that.
Okay.
Another law. There's a psychologist recently deceased, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi is his name. He used to teach at the University of Chicago. He taught flow. He wrote about flow. He's the kind of the father of that. He believed that Lord Acton's law was also a similar law. Lord Acton's law, I'm just throwing this out there to give you an example of another law in psychology. Lord Acton's law says that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
So Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi believed that was the law. This is another
That's so fucking deep.
Yeah. Come on now.
And the
would
fact
consider
that
to be
she
close
can quote it, he probably walks
and
around the
explain.
house
Let me
like
repeat
this.
that. That human beings, whenever something occurs, human beings prefer to explain events in terms of personality rather than the situation. So the evidence for the fundamental attribution error, for example, would be the famous Milgram experiments where you shock people because the experimenter is in the position of an authority figure wearing a lab coat, and he says, basically shock this person until they're screaming in pain, and subjects do it.
Yes, I've read this study.
They do it because of the situation, not because they're bad people.
Oh, God.
It has nothing to do with you being a fucking liar.
There's the Stanford prison experiments.
Nothing to do with
Where people are
being a
put in
liar.
the context of the prison and they start acting out like abusive prison guards. Not because they're bad people, but because the prison guards are given too much authority, right? There's the Ash experiments that I talked about on our Patreon.
This
where
has fucking
groups are shown
nothing to do with you talking shit, getting busted, lying, and then doing all the actions that you've done legally through the judicial system, abusing it, and you got busted and did a 9-hour live. And we have an opinion. Nothing. Not one fucking study. Not the study of where, yes, the people were told, okay, I want you to shock this person until they can't take it anymore, and they ethically didn't want to do it, and then they were made to do it because the doctor in the white coat told them to do it, read all this, learned about it in nursing school. It ain't that big of a fucking deal, and it has absolutely nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing.
No. But he's excited about it.
I don't think he ever walks in the kitchen and pops her in on the ass and goes, "Hey, baby, what's up?" I swear to God.
I don't think he ever looks
Let me tell you
up.
about this study that I did with the cracker and the mouse. And the God almighty, no wonder she was talking shit in a group with women. Fuck. And I can't believe I used to like this clown, but this clown wasn't doing all this. Hey, they weren't doing all this.
No.
Look, it was very polished.
Like her too.
They weren't doing all this. Boy, this is, like I said last night, this is desperation mode. Desperation.
I think this is them behind the scenes mode. Out front.
You know what she could have done? She could have said, "Hey, you know, there's some people out there talking shit about me. If you've received anything, please come to me. And I hope we can work it out. But right now, I want to move on with our channel." That's it. That's all.
That's what I told her. I told her, you know, the ultimate thing, the ultimate in everything is indifference. So be indifferent to your bullies. Don't even let it bother you. Go on with your shit. Go on with your show.
Don't watch it. Why do people watch people talking shit on them? I mean, yeah, like we watch, you know, Idiot and her 6th child over there because we laugh at them. But there's certain people that I just don't watch.
Right.
I don't. I haven't been to their channel ever. I don't care. Why? But you put in an exhibit, in a legal document, of a chat with eyeballs in it.
Yeah.
What?
That's your evidence.
That's your evidence. And like I said, I don't care how many books or how many case studies that you quote or how many dates or how much you love Brad Pitt or what the fuck ever. I don't care. If you are a psychologist and you are laying next to your wife and she is having ideations and you do not get her help, you leave her with a 24-year-old that is unstable as fuck. I don't have any respect for you.
And you
I'm
leave your
sorry.
child with an unstable father, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord. With the mother probably calling the father while the kid's listening and freaking out over his dad freaking out and his mom freaking out. Yeah, this is crazy. You guys are unhinged.
Well, it's called emotional abuse, and it's really funny. The title of her book that she wrote is Escaping Emotional Abuse. I was like, bitch, you have got to be kidding me. I didn't even know she wrote a book.
I didn't know she wrote that book.
She did.
She does need to escape emotional abuse, though.
Well, I think she's the abuser, so there's that.
Yeah, she became it.
Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy. Stitching, what are we going to do, girl?
I don't know. Look at him with his finger up there. And
Lines of different magnitudes. They're given a reference line and they're shown 3 lines of different magnitudes, and members in the group are Confederates. And they're told, hey, look, this is clear cut. There's one line that matches the 3. But we want the Confederates to say that this line is actually the wrong line. In other words, to say that this longer line is a shorter one, and to get people in that group to believe it. And you know what? The shock treatments changed their personalities. It's that the situation changed. And so the most compelling evidence and most compelling argument here is you didn't change.
Thank you.
I know you didn't change.
Someone actually tried to tell me that I changed. Thank you.
Oh,
you didn't change at all. The situation changed. Their status and relationship with you changed. That's it. You're the same person.
Thanks. Still drive you crazy. I can still be annoying.
Yeah, you can be annoying, but you know what? I'm an adult. I can handle being called annoying or having people saying they're annoying. Like, that's what mature adults do. They can handle being called annoying. You can call me annoying too. You do all the time. So
You can be really annoying.
that's what grown-ups do. That's what mature people do. They can handle being labeled something.
Yeah.
There's your
So-
sticky notes.
We're covering a lot of terrain here.
A line, bitch.
Fundamental attribution error is proof that you're
Write
not the one who
that down.
changed. The relationship changed. You're the same person. That doesn't mean you're without flaws. Doesn't mean that you're imperfect. But
I'm not perfect. I'm
Right.
perfect.
We know you're not.
Look
So-
in back chat.
let's stay with this idea of morality, though. So with you, the fundamental attribution error basically says that you went from being a good, virtuous, moral person, and then your relationship with these people changed, and all of a sudden you're immoral, right? You're a defective character. That's the argument. It's ridiculous because every single one of these people had a change in relationship status with you, and every single one of them turned against you because of it, not because you changed. And so obviously, what does that suggest? That's envy. That's envy.
Envy?
We'll talk about that more later. But before we do, people still might be saying, all right, whatever, John, like, people are more creatures. They want to think they're good. They don't change their perspective of themselves. Fundamental attribution error. Okay, so what?
I wasn't.
This is the
envious, I
part
was astounded.
that's important, because now we're going to get into why there are risks here and why this is a real problem. A lot of people, maybe not a lot, I'm sorry.
Good.
There's some chatter out there that this is just like a big cat fight, right? This is just like a bunch of mean girls going at it. There's no victimization. There's no risk of violence, right? This is just all overblown. I'm going to show you now why that's not true.
Okay.
There's something, I'm going to read from a book here.
In other words, you're saying that I don't have a stalker and that I did a 9-hour live.
You don't have a stalker, and you did do a 9-hour live.
Truth bomb, stitching, dropping truth bombs.
Sorry.
And here we go with another fucking book. Look at that
about to
motherfucker. He got that
wait
bitch bookmarked and shit in like 3 places, ready to fucking school us.
That's right.
It's got a pink sticky note.
He's coming in hot. He said, I'm coming in hot, class. Get ready. We're going to have a fucking book read. Here we go, school. Get ready. Virtuous violence. Is that what it says?
You were faking the whole thing, and you were crying about a cat fight.
Or I'm dramatic. And
We'll get to that in a little bit.
I'm done stopping it after this.
Queen.
What's up?
Queen, do you want to stop and take roll with super chats that have come in?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know there was any
Since
more
we're at
coming in. I'm not sure.
Yeah, one just came in.
Got one. Just one. This is it.
Okay.
This one. Was
Okay,
there
I
more
thought
that I
it was
didn't
more than
see or what?
I thought there was, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, no, if they're showing up, can you go look?
Let me try.
Minnie says here, I bet she's got the circus music playing in her head while he talks. Girl, listen, I'm sure she's saying a little bit more than that.
She's probably going to get pouty because he just told her, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. The part she wants him to get to in a minute.
Popo showed
Yeah, he's
up.
got to read 6 more books. Are they coming in and I'm not seeing them, baby? Is that what's going on or what?
Did you see Akira's? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I read hers
Okay,
off
I'm
already.
sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't cool because my StreamYard's messing up. My screen goes black. It's, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I was
I just
trying
want
to
to make
watch.
sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, all right, here we go.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure I'm good, you know, and that I
Yeah.
didn't miss them.
Yep.
All right.
There's a couple of psychologists, Alan Fisk and Tage Rye. They wrote a book called
please
Virtuous
don't
Violence. They've done a lot of
fucking read us
research on
a
this, by the
book.
way. So there's empirical support for this theory.
Please fucking don't. Oh my God, he's gonna fucking do it. Oh my God, he's gonna fucking.
I'm going to read.
He just said I'm gonna read. We are not listening now.
I'm going to read a little bit
No,
you know,
you're not. No, you're
simply
not.
or suffering or death.
Look
is
at
not,
him reading to her. Let's just mute the fuck out of this real quick. Look at his ass fucking reading to her.
Is her eyes
Look at her
doing
face.
the beach? She's falling asleep or something. Look at those eyes are rolling.
Read back chat.
She tired. She been tired. Fuck. She ain't listening to that bullshit. She's like, oh yeah. Yeah, she does. She's like, oh yeah, get through this. Hurry up. Matter of fact, hurry the fuck up. Man, you know she's sitting there fucking thinking he's boring as hell too.
Her face looks a little deflated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Queen, you crack me up.
Look at that. Look at those daggers. Look, if looks could kill, boy, his ass would have been. Look
Another
at him.
book.
Look at her eyes right here.
Oh my God,
Look.
another book.
No, you know what
Did
she's
you
probably
see the way
already
she
heard?
looked at him?
Mm-hmm. But she's probably
Did you
already
notice the eye
heard.
roll?
Yep. But she's probably heard from him already, not on camera. Bitch, I cannot believe you talked this much shit and cost us this much money and all of our hard work with our channel. What the fuck were you thinking? There you go. Go visit
Yeah, this
your
is
mother.
her punishment.
Uh-huh. Yep, I think this is seriously stitching. It might be. I know it would punish the hell out of me. I'd take my shirt off and say, don't talk anymore. I'd give you something to be distracted over.
I would just
Stop
dismiss
lecturing
him
me.
and
I'm
walk
getting
away.
naked.
Roro said, I'll give him something to talk about.
Look, that's how I distract Mr. Rowe when he think he gonna lecture me. Just get naked.
See, I heard Craigie was over there talking about me again tonight. I said, oh boy, he really wants it. All right, let's keep it moving. We'll keep it moving before we got a bunch of pretzels in the fucking chat. Let's go.
Pretzels? Oh no. Oh no.
Call me Mama Pretzel.
Well, he is.
Tie me in a knot. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what now. If this
Talk
was
about
23,
poking.
look, if this was 23 and 1 reading this, bitch, I'd be listening to it at normal speed. I
Bitch,
sure
we'd
would.
be drooling on that. We'd be
I
just
sure
drooling.
would. I'd say, read
You're
to
like,
me,
read us
baby.
a whole book, baby.
I'd say, read the whole book.
Not
You
to
can
not
read the
shut your ass.
Bible.
I just go sit down.
You can
John,
read
go
the
sit
yellow
down.
pages. You can read the
Oh,
phone
Queen.
book.
In
Read to
more
me,
ways
honey.
than one.
Oh, Stitching, he's a hottie.
No.
Oh, he's a hottie.
Oh, God. I'm telling you.
He is a tall, dark-haired,
Oh, I
tatted
thought
up
you were talking
felon.
about Brad Pitt.
Listen, tall, handsome, dark-haired, tatted up felon.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's better than crawling up underneath of a tatted up felon. Listen here.
I don't know about that. I mean, I ain't never done that, but I'm just
I haven't
23
either.
and
I'm
1.
just saying. Listen, I haven't either. I just heard it was a good thing to try something.
Well,
That's kind of what you're
exactly,
which is the Salem witch trials too. I mean, I guess a lot of people.
Bing, bing, bang. We turned it right on in time to get into the Salem witch trials.
Oh no.
Well,
Casey.
here we go.
People feel that way. Yeah, clearly.
But the larger point here is that there's research supporting this, and that if you engage in kind of this extreme moral crusade against someone, the natural and logical conclusion to that is harm or death.
No,
and if you think about the smear campaign, so
the
stalker
natural
who began the TikTok,
she's writing
she says
help
quite
me on
clearly,
that notepad. She's writing shut the fuck up.
The natural and logical explanation is death. What the hell?
Yeah, that's how it gets better. This will only end in one of two ways. This is only going to end in one or two ways, and he's going to tell you how.
He's enabling her histrionics.
They're all three weirdos. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. They're all three equally weirdos. I'm just saying.
What the hell? Here we go.
that her goal is to burn the kingdom down, right? It's clear that her goal is not only harm, reputational harm, emotional harm, psychological harm, but the harm that she really wants to affect is to ruin you and ruin your life and burn the whole kingdom down. Right? The goal. So what that's implying is that she won't stop until that harm is executed and complete. So if she burns the kingdom down, then she feels morally vindicated. Or if there's a death, if someone harms themselves or someone harms you, then the game's over. She's morally vindicated. Here's the problem. Here's the risk. This is why this is so risky and so important, because these people, these self-righteous, morally superior people, they want moral vindication, and they're not going to stop until they get moral vindication. And the way they get moral vindication, the way this game ends is either you're dead or you're completely ruined. That's it. And that, by the way, is malicious intent. One of the things about stalking, and we're going to talk about the definition of stalking in a little bit, there has to be malicious intent. There has to be some intent to cause harm. You have it in spades here. When someone says that they want to burn your kingdom down, when they want to expose you, when they want to...
I don't recall anybody saying they wanted to burn your kingdom down. I believe that's your figure of speech that you used.
Yeah, I think that was in a TikTok. I think that was in one of the TikToks, something about or a comment or something.
Oh, really?
I think it was. I'm not
well,
positive.
He's taking it to heat.
But look, the way I look at it is like some people I might look at stitching and think she has a kingdom. She can quilt. She can bake bread. She has a YouTube channel. I can think that that's a kingdom.
She has a dog named Lincoln.
She has a dog named Lincoln. It's like he's the one calling it, really validating that he thinks he has a kingdom. I
don't know what he thinks. He's just babbling. He's John the Babblator, and I think we need to sick God on him.
Well, he's trying to also put fear into his people about our channel will be gone, or she will self-harm, or somebody will do it, and that puts fear into the people, and then that
they are putting way
makes
more.
Them having an emotional response.
Way more power. Gone is you know what I mean, or that she's allegedly going to hurt herself, blew the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's trying to elicit an emotional response from his people. That's it.
Well, we need tears then, Lord. And he's also, what he's doing right now, if that Grayson person starts popping up, he's inciting her fears.
Right. And the whole kingdom talk, that's also LDS too. So just
I know,
let you know.
LDS.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah. He's playing on that.
But he's not even LDS. But he knows she is.
But he knows, he's a manipulator.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
John the Manipulator, John the Revelator, and John the Babblator.
John the Babblator's my favorite.
Sorry, Queen. Go ahead. Unless Duke had to go pop out again.
Her face, though, it's like, fuck, when is this going to be over? But we'll get to that
I
later.
saw her today, Ro, on something. Mormon stories or something.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about how all these, because she didn't get married till like she was 35 or something, how all these LDS women, in order to catch a good LDS man, guess what they went and got?
A doctor.
And guess what that doctor did for them?
Write prescriptions.
No. Gave them boobies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I had to pay for mine. Damn it.
Should have gone to LDS doctor, I guess.
I do yell at Mr. Rowe about twice a week and say, why in the fuck were you not a plastic surgeon, damn it? Or at least have a really good friend that's one.
Yes. Oh, these two are just something. They're inciting each other, and they've just like brought this way beyond what Christina did.
Yeah.
This is psychological warfare to me. There's no other kind of thing here. It's not stalking. She just fucked with your heads, and it worked.
Nuts, man.
You lost.
Hey, Christina, if you're listening, whenever you go back on TikTok, can you do Queen's We Are the Champions? That'd be a good one to do. We are the champions.
And she's LDS too. I mean, it's like
Uh-huh.
LDS on LDS.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Harm you.
Yeah.
They feel justified in doing it. They feel, as virtuous violence theory would predict, they feel like in short, most violence is the exercise of moral rights and obligations. That's exactly what this is. They're exercising in their mind their moral rights and obligations because you harm them, because you're immoral, because you're a bad person, and they will not stop until their goal is met, which is to ruin you or have you end up dead. That's the goal. Let me continue with another. I'm going to read another part of this book that's so important.
I would feel so safe if he was
What?
my husband.
Have her end up dead? Where the fuck is that coming from?
Do you feel safe now, Lauren?
Jesus.
He's legitimizing your fear.
She'll probably say thank you. Oh, he's going to read again. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. No, put that fucking book down right now. No, you're fucking not. Look at his face. Oh my God. Look at this pause game on point. Look how concerned he looks.
And look at her. Look at, she's like, God, when is this going to fucking end?
She really believes that she's being persecuted. She really believes she's being stalked. She truly believes this shit. So does he.
So does Grayson. They're all weirdos. Don't care. They all need to go to therapy.
Yeah, they do. I don't know that therapy would work. I think this is what happens when you go to therapy.
I don't know. Maybe he needs to be in a study where somebody's holding a buzzer until you scream.
And every time
because a white coat's telling him to do it.
He gets zapped every time he picks up a book. Yeah.
Dog collar, baby.
I'm sorry. You guys are both professionals here. This is really...
It's embarrassing.
Lame.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
Well, they are, I know, but they are righteous in their feelings here. So they're just, they're virtuous in their...
Entitled.
Mm-hmm.
Very entitled.
I think when any of us are pissed, we're I know when I'm pissed. I can remember being pissed off at Mark, and I would be righteous in that. Whether I was right or wrong, I was righteous in that moment. You know what I mean? And they're in that moment.
Well, I think their entitlement also was shown through the court documents that we've been reading.
Right.
And it's also shown their entitlement is also... I've never had a police officer do as much investigating over some online bullshit as that cop did for her, and I'd like to know how. Oh, but I think I don't know. I'm just not going to say. I think I do.
That's what I said. The cops aren't arbiters of the law. They will, basically. And that guy was looking up ECPA. That dude was looking up ECPA.
Yep. And I've never had a cop do that much just over a phone call that I was being extorted. Then it went to, I was hacked, and then it went to I gave my passwords. I've never heard a cop do that much, but I think I know why. It goes into the whole entitlement puzzle. The doctor, the the other things that I'm not going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Hybrid Pisces says, why can they publicly disparage people, but no one can talk about them?
Because they're entitled. Righteous entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Can we skip to Grayson rant? Yeah.
Is she literally?
I'm not watching. We're not reading another guide. We're not doing
that. You hear, you don't see her, I don't think, but
that's
you just
good.
hear.
There's no loss.
She just screams, in the background.
Okay.
Same book, Virtuous Violence, same author, opposes social relationship to, and this gets conformity and acquiescence and fitting in above all else. What they're not doing is they're not evaluating against, they're not evaluating against the criteria of quality work. Right. We talked about, they're not evaluating you against the criteria of creativity. They're not evaluating you against the criteria of complexity because they're not allowing you to be complex.
No.
Did you guys evaluate Christina's complexity? I mean,
I can evaluate that I used to like her. I used to like her channel. I thought that she was very creative. I really enjoyed her channel, and then I found out that she used the judicial system to lie and basically become a stalker of another person that I don't know, nor do I want to know her.
Look, Mad Mama said, I think John's rebuking all of us. And Fiddle DD says she pulled a reality wins.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck. Just leave Lauren alone.
No problem. We would like to.
You need to conform, right? If you reject them, you're not conforming. You're not loyal. Like one of the things that you see throughout this entire TikTok is, oh, she's a bad friend. I'm going to punish her for being a bad friend. She doesn't know what a friendship is. That's the ideal. That's the reason why there's a real risk of violence here is because number one, this can escalate so easily. And number two, you don't fit that ideal. You never did. You're not conforming to this very narrow, rigid perspective that they want you to fit into.
Of what a friend is and their friend. And yeah.
That makes this, by the way, I mentioned the moral crusade. That makes this an ideological battle in the sense that the fight here is, and to them, the fight here is good versus evil or good versus bad. They're good, you're evil. And because of that, the only possible way out of this is total ruination of you or death. I'm going to read a quick quote here, making this.
Oh, good Lord, Lauren, just die, I guess. What an idiot. What an idiot.
You fucking drama queens.
Yeah.
Really? Listen, he's like, the only way out is if they ruin you or death. Get the fuck out of here.
Looks like she needs some milk.
He needs a little bit more than some fucking milk. He needs some goddamn Jack and Coke. Chill out. Smoke you a joint, John. Chill.
I mean, there's been people in this neck of the YouTubes that have annoyed me, but in no way would I want them dead just because.
This is crazy. Who would ever say that? Why would anybody ever want her dead? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's to put fear into that chat, y'all. Same thing that BJ said. This isn't going to end until somebody hurts themselves. That's what they do.
Betty told. Betty said the same bullshit.
Right. This is like 3.0. We've heard this all before. Your mental health is on you.
Yep.
We don't care. I'm sorry, I don't. That is on you. Sorry.
I mean,
I can't be responsible for somebody else's mental health, and especially when nothing is being done to you but your lies being called out by a few channels.
And the books you're reading. What are those books you're reading? What are they? Jesus.
I don't know. I'm so tired of his fucking books, though. He can go on and take them books somewhere the fuck else.
And all of it's interpretation, just like the Bible isn't by interpretation.
Right.
The law is by interpretation. It's whoever's interpreting it, whether you're the prosecutor, the defendant, the devil, or the preacher.
And he's reading, and if y'all pay attention, what he's reading is psychology books, and those are based on, he even says, theory. That's not law.
Yeah.
That's a theory.
Well, how can they not? I mean, he keeps grabbing fucking books out every 2 seconds. Here goes another fucking book he just grabbed out. What the hell, John? No.
Queen, the next time the girl asks, grab a book.
I hope he gets a paper cut.
What were you saying, Stitching?
I said the next time the girl sass you, grab a book.
Holy fuck. How many books does he fucking have over there? Gosh.
Called Human Destructiveness.
Yeah, Human Destructiveness, the same thing. This is great. This is a thumbnail right fucking here.
This is a poster.
This right here, thumbnail, screenshot. Hold on, hold please. All right, screenshot, boom, thumbnail.
But we're going to change the title of the book because we're like that.
Lauren's destructiveness.
Yeah.
Instead of human destructiveness on his book, we're going to put Lauren's destructiveness with her picture on the front of it.
It's going to be Lauren's text messages came out. It's a whole book.
Lauren's destructiveness with a bunch of text messages all over the book, the front of the cover. John holding it up with his face like that. Dude, I'm fucking done.
What happened to my kingdom?
Somebody better go make that in a meme.
Oh, shit.
By Anthony Storr. Anthony Storr.
No, you're not reading it.
They don't understand they don't understand the stakes here. They don't understand.
Stop reading books right now, John, to us. We do not care about these.
Understand what's going on. They don't understand.
Lauren don't either. She looks real tired over there. How fucking long is this? Oh my God, 3 hours and 43 fucking minutes. You guys talked that fucking long about nothing.
They gave us content, Queen, now.
3.5. I don't want it. Lord, look at this. Jeez, how many more books does he open? Let's take a shot every book he opens.
To the people in the smear campaign, this is a moral crusade that is reducing you to someone or something that's subhuman that needs to be destroyed. This is an ideological war against you. And by the way, many of the people in the smear campaign that we have not named are continuing. They have continued. Just so you know, I'm not going to talk about it more than that. Let's talk about some other risks.
Oh, let's talk about it.
What was his little smart ass comment? Because I missed that little last piece.
He said that these people are on a moral crusade, moral campaign, and just because one has quit talking, others are still talking about it, but he's not going to talk about them.
It's called cease and desist.
Mm-hmm.
The brethren.
Wow.
Or something that's subhuman that needs to be destroyed. This is
something that's subhuman that needs to be destroyed. Look at that pause game.
Yeah, you're good.
That shit, boy.
Look at that disinterest.
Ideological war against you. And by the way, many of the people in the smear campaign that we have not named are continuing. They have continued. Just so you know, I'm not going to talk about it more than that.
Name them.
Let's talk about some other risks. We will get into defining stalking in a minute, and we'll get into the psychology of stalking in a minute. But as long as we're talking about risks, I want to bring up some real risks here. People say, oh my gosh, why would she get a restraining order if this is just a catfight among mean girls? Nothing's going to happen. This is nothing, right? No, virtuous violence theory suggests otherwise. And if you do, as I've done, if you do some of the stalking risk assessments, the risks are considerable.
And this is what he does: is he assesses and evaluates offenders.
He assesses the book.
What you do with your philosophy.
We know
psychology.
There's so many examples of when you engage with people on a moral crusade and your goal is to dehumanize them, and you see it as a moral issue, it will escalate. And that was a concern you and I had. If people say, oh my God, this stalking order is so frivolous, no, it's not. And this is why. Because you and I were trying to prevent someone landing at our door with a gun.
What?
Oh my God, stop it right now, Johnny, right now.
Yes, because a woman that lives in another state with 3 children, one being an infant, that made some TikToks that never said your name, that nobody knew about, that had 311 people, was going to come to your house with a pew-pew.
Yeah.
You're trying to scare your chat.
This is fucking horse shit, pure insanity.
We did not want to get to that point.
And somebody has now threatened us with that online.
Yes, we received our first official death threat the other day. Which again,
not our first official, actually.
Yeah, that's true. We've had others. That's true.
But it was very chilling.
It was chilling, and it shows you the extent to which, when you start framing things in terms of this moral crusade, this is what you get.
When you lie, this is what you get.
What are some of the other risks? And we're going to define stalking in a second, but let's talk about some of the other risks involved here and why this is not just mean girl behavior. Number one, the obsessive nature of the posts. Everyone we talk about this all the time. The number of criminals engaged in murder or very violent acts, almost all of them have some type of obsessive qualities. They ruminate about the victim. They can't stop thinking about the victim. they obsess over the victim, right? That creates an attachment to the victim. Here you have that type of obsession. Another risk here.
Months and months and months of posts, despite not communicating.
Well, despite you saying you feel threatened.
Yeah, starting it with I feel threatened, then the social media, the Instagram to Instagram and TikTok, and there's a YouTube I didn't know actually until after this, months and months and months and months of it without any response from me, escalating.
Well, you know what? Pause. Can you
There's
pause
also
for a second?
this inordinate rage and hatred towards you. And that's a risk, because when people develop this intense rage towards another human being, and I think, by the way, with the TikToker, I think a lot of that is repressed. But you see it. The way you see that rage is by ignoring a stalking injunction, right? The way you see that rage come out is by being oppositional. It's after our first hearing, it's going outside on the courtroom steps and doing a mic drop. That's taunting you. The stalker did that. On the day of our hearing in September, she went outside, she filmed herself doing a mic drop. That's harassment.
It was supposed to be our evidentiary hearing, and the judge changed it to a later date, and
the judge continued it
and lessened the stalking injunction, and she went out and did a mic drop.
Against Utah code, by the way. Utah code specifies quite clearly that you can't modify a stalking injunction without hearing evidence from the petitioner, from Lauren. And the injunction was modified without hearing a shred of evidence from us. Also, just so people know this, our lawyer tried to get the stalking injunction enforced.
My lawyer, who's not my brother. P.S. Go ahead.
Our lawyer, Daston, not her brother. Our lawyer, who
one of four.
Yeah, one of right. We have other lawyers too. None of them
are my brother.
Yeah, so whatever. Let the rumor mill. Our lawyer tried to argue correctly that because there were multiple violations of a stalking injunction, which is a felony, that the stalking injunction should get automatically enforced. Guess what?
That is Utah code. That is if you violate it twice.
Our lawyer made the point that hearing never should have even occurred. It shouldn't have even been an issue. It's black and white. Someone violated a stalking injunction. It gets enforced. It should have been enforced. End of story. Let's move on. You and I have our privacy intact. That's all we wanted. We wanted this to be private. We wanted to move on with our lives without someone harassing us all the time, bullying us, stalking us.
Calling. We'll get into that later. Calling people, contacting people.
That's all we wanted. This argument that somehow we wanted views from Law and Crime or that we set this up, that's so ridiculous. Lauren, I'm not going to read it again. Lauren read a motion that our lawyer wrote to protect our privacy. Almost no civil stalking cases reveal or disclose the information.
Well, and the reason many people have asked that fairly, and you know what? Let's not even get into it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let the rumor mill continue.
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
fine.
decide
That's
what you
whatever.
think about what I did. That's your right to discuss. Go ahead.
So you have this obsessive behavior that increases risk. You have this inordinate amount of anger and rage towards you, which shows up in those TikToks and those social media. And another thing that people pointed out that I totally agree with is several people that have looked at the TikTok have written and said, one person wrote, that's the most menacing.
Well, yeah. I mean, getting caught lying like the fuck you did, I wouldn't want to talk about it either.
Yeah.
I would not want to talk about it either. You big fucking man. Guess what? The court documents don't lie, right? So yeah,
They
we're
do
going to read
not.
them. We're going to go over the court documents. Hell yeah, we are.
And the judge read what you had for evidence. He spoke
Yeah.
on it. And
That's how-
Lauren, just so you know, if you really got a death threat, that ECPA law is what will be used to find out who did it. ECPA and CALEA. There is no app created that law enforcement can't find out who used it.
But when you cry wolf and say you're being stalked when you're not, and then maybe you did get a threat, but I don't have to believe it.
Yeah. You're probably going to get a bunch more. This is just the most ridiculous. You're threatening yourselves.
Right. They'd lose their shit if they had Diaper Dave on them.
They have lost their shit.
No, I mean, they'd like legit lose their shit.
Yeah. They're obsessed with themselves. This is incredible.
Those are the most menacing TikToks I've ever seen. Somebody else wrote, it seems like she's taking pleasure in those. Right? That suggests that if that's true, that suggests that there's a sadistic quality, that this is someone taking pleasure in harming you, taking pleasure in hurting you,
No.
taking pleasure in trying to ruin your character and your reputation.
No. Exposing her with her bullshit is only harming her because of the shit she did.
And your life,
or not,
and your life,
whatever it is.
Right? That's a risk factor. Anyone who has sadistic qualities is going to be a higher risk. Another risk factor here is this very oppositional, let's call it antisocial quality, which is violating a stalking injunction in the first several hours after it's issued. Right? That's basically saying, I don't care. If you see the picture of her in the bar with you, the message she's sending is, not only do I not care about the stalking injunction, but I'm going to intimidate you. That is a pure message of power and control and dominance and intimidation. She's saying,
she's allowed to be in the hotel and the bar, so shut up.
I'm here. I don't care about this injunction. I am going to continue to intimidate and control you no matter what. Try and stop me. That's concerning. The mic drop moment I just mentioned.
Recording the police officer
calling
after somebody that was called by police implicated her, and so he decided to call her too, and that she called him back to record it.
Right, recording the police officer, posting it online, and essentially not taking the police officer seriously. That's extremely oppositional. That's very antisocial. That's a very antisocial feature.
Posting that I feel threatened in a message to her, and then posting that online.
And all of this, by the way, so we're talking about.
None of that fucking matters. Nobody cares. You're mad. And listen, look at her. She's fucking pissed.
Yep. But nobody cares. Look at her trying to be self-depreciating.
Oh, she's mad as fuck. And she's letting John sit up here and fucking say all this dumbass, ignorant ass shit that nobody cares about.
She got that
we see right through your bullshit. We see right through your bullshit.
Shake that hair some more, baby.
That's right.
Risk factors.
Yeah, let's just talk.
We're talking risk factors.
She's mad as fuck.
Flip that hair back.
Take Grayson to go get her hair done. For fuck's sake.
Right. All of these are risk factors, but they all lead to one thing, and that is dehumanization.
Oh, bullshit.
What they're doing here is they're portraying you as evil, as the devil, even though Pinata Samurai doesn't mind if you're the devil, by the way. Thank you, Pinata Samurai, for acknowledging that apparently even the devil does really good work.
The devil does do good work, but I will do my best to not be like the devil.
All of this leads to dehumanization, and you and I know every crime we've ever covered it involves some level of dehumanization.
Absolutely, that is crime, dehumanization.
And all of this is about dehumanizing you.
Poor little victim. Poor little
pouting,
victim.
yeah. Watching her fucking pout like a goddamn 12-year-old that's in trouble is fucking comical.
It's wild.
Even the people that are mocking you, the memes, it's all dehumanizing, right? But they don't care, right? So, which is fine.
Which is fine.
Did she care when she tried to have a woman with children thrown in fucking jail for 30 days after she moved 3 times to get close enough to her in a fucking bar to take the picture to have her thrown in jail so she could violate it?
Yeah. And then have a permanent, not a 1 year, not a 3 year, but a permanent RO put on her over some TikToks with some Eminem. Stop it.
Yeah.
Over some jealous ass bullshit.
Because you got
we've yet to get here about the Patreon, so get ready for it.
Yeah. People some good content. A 9-hour live would do that.
And I sure got a lot to say.
So I think we've come to the end of this segment.
Good.
Okay.
I've covered why I think this is a risk.
So I think we've come to the end of this segment. 1 hour and 28 minutes, right? So they stay live for another 2 fucking hours.
Oh my God.
Well, it's the segment of morality. Now he's going to go and
segment of morality. Okay, I got you. Is this the Alzheimer's? Is this the Alzheimer's timestamp here?
No, we've already had the
I have
Alzheimer's
dementia.
moment. We've already had.
There must be a lag. Because do you have a lag, Roro?
I might. I'll hop down.
I don't
I'll
know
be
if you
in
will. I
chat.
don't know if you do or if you can you hear stitching?
Say something.
I've been accused of having dementia.
I
Did
might
you
have a
hear?
lag. Yeah, I do, but it took her a long time to speak. I'll hop down.
Well, then
I'll hop
hop
down.
back up when you. Okay, so drop down, then drop, and then pop back up because then we'll all be
Okay.
even. Okay.
Okay. All right, bye.
Then our sounds will all be even. Because I was gonna say I don't know if it was a lag or if it was me or if it was her, but there was one of us was off.
Maybe we were all just talking at the same time.
It's like, should we all drop and just scare
I
the
think
heck out
we're
of
fine.
that? No, we'll be fine. It just was a couple seconds behind, anyways. But I didn't know if she could hear you or not. All right, we're gonna play this while I wait for her to get back up here.
Okay.
I've covered why it shouldn't be dismissed and taken seriously. It's virtuous violence. It's a moral crusade, right? I've covered some of the risk factors, but let's back up a little bit and talk about both the definition of stalking and the psychology of stalking, because I think those are going to help us go a little deeper here.
Okay.
But before I do, I just want to make the final point that the reason why human beings like to engage in moral crusades is because it really simplifies the world.
It does.
And it also fosters conformity. So for
Can you hear them?
Yeah, can you?
No.
Oh, well, shit. I'll take it down and then bring it back up. You know what I mean? Maybe that's because I hit play and it should have heard them.
Divine intervention or something.
The price we speak, the truth. Or what's in here? The price of truth. We speak out after 9-hour live. So mine says, Lauren, Matthias, and husband John respond to backlash after crash out 9-hour live.
Okay, we're all here.
Lila, thank you for the drop in a membership. I appreciate you. If anybody got that, whoever got that, please make sure you tell her thank you. All right, Roro, we back, babe?
We're back.
All right, cool. Here we go.
For those of you out there who know a little bit about philosophy, if any of you read Nietzsche on Good and Evil, you understand the importance of Nietzsche's idea that all morality is essentially an attempt to foster and maintain social norms and social moral systems, because the prevailing ruling classes do not want challenges or change. And by enforcing an existing system of morality, you're also making the world fit into a very narrow box, right? And so that's one of the problems of a moral crusade, is that if you don't fit within that box, then you're going to be vilified, right? And so you became vilified. As we talked about on our Patreon, in one of the declarations, the TikToker made it very clear that conformity was a big part of this issue.
Yeah. That was actually in their declaration, and sort of the little joke that I made on our Patreon exclusive episode, which is no longer Patreon exclusive. Thanks to those who picked it apart and shared it. But in their declaration, their angst against me, or one of the things that upset me, was that I talked about how I don't like to conform. And then I jokingly said, thanks for being a Patreon supporter, because that particular episode was behind a paywall, which meant that someone was paying and sending that on to them.
No, I bought my own membership. Don't sit there and do that. Nobody paid shit to send me shit. I bought the motherfucker my goddamn self, recorded it, and played it my fucking self. So nobody sent me shit, just so you're well aware, Lauren.
But it was ironic, because you have always talked about the fact that one reason this type of thing happens is because they're upset that I'm not conforming.
No, because we don't give a fuck about you conforming. No. We're upset because you're a fucking liar and you tried to have a fucking woman put in jail because you're a fucking asshole. Shauna L., thank you for dropping 5 memberships on us. I appreciate you. If you guys got one, please tell her thank you.
I talked about the classic example of the Salem witch trials from 1692, where obviously witches are seen as an abomination. They're seen as demonic, right? They're seen as separate from the community, not conforming to the community's morals, right? So in many ways, the Salem witch trials were they showed similarities to a moral crusade. And we'll talk about that a little later. We won't get into that too much, but so I want to make that point before we move on, because I want people to understand the purpose of a moral crusade and what it does, how it fosters conformity or attempts to.
Hey, Mr. Ching.
I couldn't hear anything, so I just popped back up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Can you hear better now?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And how it really oversimplifies the world, so that people that they don't have to grasp with the, they don't have to grapple with the complexity of someone who's maybe a little more complex, somebody who can say some off-color things in private messages, someone who has a sarcastic sense of humor. You do. I do. Obviously, it got you in a little bit of trouble on Patreon, but you didn't do anything wrong. Like, part of our brand is to bring in levity. You can't clip a part of that segment and say, oh my God, she's not serious about stalking.
Duping delight or duper's delight.
So stupid. So stupid.
If you don't laugh, you cry sometimes.
You
So, yeah.
waved and thanked
you.
the
Everybody
stalker.
everybody that deals with true crime and law enforcement,
He called you
investigators,
stupid,
they know how
Queen.
difficult it
Defamation.
is. They know the importance of humor.
We are the
Hold on, I had to go in there.
queens of humor.
Hold on, because I had to go in the other room for a second. I had to go grab a soda real quick. Hold on.
This type of thing happens is because they're upset that I'm not conforming.
Oh, fuck.
I talked about the classic example of the Salem witch trials from 1692, where obviously witches are seen as,
you read a 10 books that we don't care about too.
An abomination. They're seen as demonic, right? They're seen as separate from the community, not conforming to the community's morals, right? So in many ways, the Salem witch trials were they showed similarities to a moral crusade. And we'll talk about that a little later. We won't get into that too much, but so I want to make that point before we move on, because I want people to understand the purpose of a moral crusade and what it.
We do not care.
Does, how it fosters conformity or attempts to, and how it really oversimplifies the world, so that people that they don't have to grasp with the, they don't have to grapple with the complexity of someone who's maybe a little more complex, somebody who can say some off-color things in private messages, someone who has a sarcastic.
So off-colored things in private text messages, group roast chat, right? These are all clean cue words we're picking up on.
He's justifying.
Hell yeah.
Sense of humor, you do.
Really bad.
I do.
Oh, you have a sense of humor, you do, I do. Oh, because telling your stalker that you're grateful for her and that she's there and you have to go to a higher tier if you want the juicy text. Oh, yeah, that's a sense of humor, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay.
But it's 12 hours after.
Obviously, it got you in a little bit of.
She cried about her son. That's what gets me. It's like, if she hadn't done that 9-hour live, you know what I mean? Then I wouldn't feel a certain way about it. But you cried and said it was about your son and how he was so, your whole family is just being destroyed. And then 12 hours later, you're over in your Patreon laughing and thanking them. It's just not funny. But
ready?
Okay.
Trouble on Patreon, but you didn't do anything wrong. Like, part of our brand is to bring in levity. You can't clip.
Really? Is that so?
Clip a part of that segment and say, oh my God, she's not serious about stalking.
Duping delight or duper's delight.
So stupid. So stupid.
If you.
Well, I feel like you're so fucking stupid. I feel like you're even more stupid to get up here and read fucking books when you got fucking caught. So did your wife, in my opinion.
And I feel
You
like
probably should have got up
entertainment.
here and been honest about the shit, and you know what I'm saying, kept it fucking moving and went on about your business. But nope, here you are doing another live for 3.5 hour live of bullshit. Here, let's go ahead and play this stupid shit that you're all mad about. Your Patreon that you know.
And like we haven't been called stupid before.
We've been called a hell of a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Do they not know that we've been called cum dumpsters?
You want me to draft the defamation suit?
We've been called quite a few names, actually.
Yeah.
But here, this one right here. This is what they're mad about. I promise you that right there is not going to age well. Let's hear that again. Did y'all hear that again? Yeah, let's hear that again.
Do you want all the private texts? Coming and being here during this time, and if our stalker is continuing to listen.
Oh, they're listening. Go ahead.
Thanks for being a Patreon member.
Dude, you can't put that in.
I don't know what else is.
You can't put that in. So sarcasm, right? So that's sarcasm. You knew right then and there it was wrong for her to say that. You knew right then and there, shit, there was going to be backlash from that. Why you tell her she can't put that in? Why tell her that then, John?
And I mean, isn't that what Christina was doing with her little TikToks? It's just,
Right. I mean, they're all just joking around and laughing. It's all fun and games, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it seems to be to me. Just a little sarcasm, though, according to them. But you're telling her you can't post that. But here, check this.
Say it's weird, but
very weird.
Well, I guess I could say thanks to all of our Patreons except our stalkers. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
No, I'm grateful for that too. Supporting our channel.
Why don't we say thanks to our Patreons, including our stalkers, and hey, if you guys really want the scoop, you're gonna have to upgrade your tier level.
Yeah. You want all the private texts?
Yeah, please upgrade your tier level to get the full Patreon experience.
Well, we know you want.
Yeah, as we sit here and laugh and giggle because what'd you just get done saying? We don't feel safe putting our content on YouTube for everyone to watch. So you have to make time to choose another platform to watch me on that you have to pay for first.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Just sarcasm, though, right? Just a little sarcasm. So what tier is it that you have to join to get the juicy text messages? Because me and my chat will throw down together and join whatever level it is so we can see them. Which one is it, Lauren? How much do we have to pay to get them? What's the upgrade price? Just curious.
I can't hear again. I think I'll have to draw.
What tier is it that we have to pay for these juicy texts? Let us know. We're real curious.
I think Stitching's having trouble with her sound.
I do too.
You don't laugh, you cry sometimes. So yeah, thank you.
Everybody that deals with true crime and law enforcement, investigators, they know how difficult it is. They know the importance of humor.
And text messages getting leaked, or I'm sorry, roast chats, aka dog the fuck out of people chats getting released. Those, yeah, we've heard about those.
Our brand is to be humorous.
Is your brand to sit in a fucking private chat and dog the fuck out of people and then throw a goddamn fit in a 9-hour live because you're caught? Just curious. Got questions.
Well, if they weren't that
So let's talk
bad, why
about
did
the
she have a panic attack? If the text messages aren't that bad, why did you have a panic attack in the courthouse?
Or rocking back and forth live in the hotel room.
Or 5 o'clock in the morning, need a chest. If it's not that bad, why all this? God, she's a
definition
snake.
of stalking.
You got me.
Part of my survival depends on being humorous. It's how I cope.
Right. But hey, let's vilify you for that. Let's continue the moral crusade train and just keep piling on because you.
Yeah, just keep calling her out for her bullshit. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what the fuck's going on. Because what she pulled, in my opinion, is some straight up bullshit. What she pulled, in my opinion, is abuse of the courts.
Showed a little bit of humor.
No, you just laughed and giggled and said you're thankful and grateful for your stalker. That's what you did. Lost subscribers, people were unsubscribing. You didn't have 10K this time, this round. You only had what, 7K? You lost about 3,000 folks along the way there, sis.
I wonder if she told her son
let me
that
start
was
with
distraught. But she thanked him. I wonder if she said that to her son. And I thanked our stalker. When she talked about her kid having bags under his eyes and losing weight and all that shit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, our stalker joined Patreon. Ha ha ha. If your son, now what the fuck you think your son thinks hearing that shit?
Right.
If he allegedly went through all the fucking bullshit you said. So he hears you laughing and joking. Ha ha, we're lucky, we're thankful, we're grateful. I mean, this fucker, listen, the sword goes, but look, it's a double-edged sword. It goes both ways, okay?
And the internet's forever.
Girl.
Let's start defining stalking. So one of my favorite definitions actually comes out of the UK. So in the UK, there's some local police agencies and social workers and people that kind of deal with stalking that often refer to what they call the big four. And when I say the big four, I mean four as in capital F, capital O, capital U, capital R. And I know this is the UK and not here, but the big four stands for F.
Yeah, what was that one?
Fixated.
Fixated.
F means
fixated, kind of like you were on Christina that night when you moved 3 different times to get close to her at the bar to get a picture of her to call the police. Kind of like that. Fixated like that, you mean? Or fixated like having her husband served and then having her served at CrimeCon to ruin her fucking night. Fixated like that? Questions that need answered.
And what he's talking about are guidelines, the FOUR. That's what they use in the UK. We're in America. This is America. Why are you using
abuse of the system?
Yeah. Why are you using UK stalking guidelines? Why are you doing that? You're not in the UK. This is weird. Was it in a book? Did you find it in a book? Weirdo.
Get your book out, Johnny.
Fixated is this it, so let's go through this. Is there fixation here? So yes, there is. There are social media accounts that specifically target you. That's part of the definition.
Is there fixation on Christina? Absolutely, in my opinion, there definitely is.
Of stalking is there has to be some type of individual target. Guess what? Every one of these social media accounts is fixated on you. Fixation, yes. Oh,
kind of like she was fixated on calling her a stalker over 400 times in a live stream when she's never been convicted of being a stalker. And that is definitely defamation. That is definitely going to impact her job as a social media digital artist. That's going to highly impact her work, her art, her job, her life. This is bullshit. This is all bullshit because you wanted to be an asshole in a fucking chat and roast people. family members, I'm sure, but I really have no idea how far it went in there, so I can't speak on that, I guess. But that's, in my opinion, why you're pissed off and throwing the temper tantrum you're throwing now.
The O stands for obsessed. Is there obsession here? There's 50 plus or more, way more if you count all the social media accounts.
100.
There's
over 100.
There's over 100 posts that show no signs of stopping or abating, all about you.
Well, you did a 9-hour fucking live that has over 400,000 views on it. What the fuck did you think? Baby, that's called the Streisand effect, okay? Okay. Should have left it fucking be. That's what you should have done. But you brought attention to it, thinking it would just make it all go away. And what it do? Boom. Blew up. And now you got a lot more people on. Listen, Turtle Boy's going to be on your ass. He already is going through all your whole 9-hour live stream.
Is that obsessive? Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And Lindsay did admit on the stand during that hearing that they never heard from me.
She admitted it was about you.
She admitted it was about me.
You were the target. Mm-hmm. So we have fixated, obsessed. The U stands for unwanted. You, in an email and in a text, you said, I feel threatened. Please leave me alone.
In both the text and in email.
Email. Did that stop it? No. Nope. Actually, it escalated from there. Everything that was being sent to you, you said, please don't do this. And the person continued. Not only continued, but escalated. The R stands for repeated. I think that's obviously a no-brainer. Was this behavior repeated? Obviously, over and over and over. So the definition of stalking, the most simplistic criteria for stalking are fixated, obsessed, unwanted, repeated. Yep, check, 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 check. Here's how on one of the websites.
No, he did not. Just check, 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 check. What the hell, fire?
It talks about the big four define stalking.
It talks about the big four. Let's hear it, big four.
Stalking. And this is stalking. This is physical or cyber. This is both, right? Quote, this is from a website in the UK. Stalking is a pattern of unwanted, repeated behavior that can leave you feeling scared or distressed. You don't have to be threatened with violence to be a victim of stalking. Any kind of persistent, unwanted contact that causes distress is stalking. Do you fit that definition? Yes.
You were not being tagged.
Let's talk about, again, this is from the same.
All right.
You were not being tagged in those TikToks. You went and looked at them yourself. That is not harassment or stalking. You chose to go look. You were not tagged in those TikToks. Did you like them? No. But you were not tagged in those TikToks.
UK website. I'm also pointing out that this is not just this. The definition of stalking and cyber stalking we're talking about, this is all over the world. This doesn't just apply here. This is in Australia. This is in the UK, right? To identify stalking, they talk about this, what they call the SLII, double I strategy. To identify stalking, professionals often use the SLII strategy. What's the first S? Surveillance. Stalkers often engage in surveillance, closely watching and tracking their victims' movements, routines, and social interactions. This includes monitoring their social media. The goal is to gather personal information and maintain a sense of control over the victim.
And let's talk about recording when at trials or CrimeCon. Interestingly enough, one of the people who wrote a declaration for the stalker, Janice, admitted to filming us multiple times and then even showed in evidence her filming both my producer Grayson and myself, even
and you were
at CrimeCon after the stalking injunction was put out, and actually put those videos that she unknowingly took of me into evidence.
And you
But there's other ways that you're being, the surveillance applies here.
Correct.
They're following your Patreon. They're following, when you did a Mormon Stories, she let you know that she's watching that.
Yes.
She's following everything you're posting, everything you're doing, every social media post. She's recording you without your consent. She's clearly, and she's doing this to gather personal information to harm you.
She even admits, I'm looking for their LinkedIn because I want to see who they're linked to. Isn't it strange they don't have it? I'm going to call UNLV. I did call UNLV. We know other people that they have contacted. Thank you to those who have reached out.
So surveillance. Number 2, life invasion. The tactic involves invading the victim's personal life or space. It can be as subtle as sending frequent, unsolicited messages, including on social media. Are you receiving frequent, unsolicited messages? Absolutely. The third one is the I part, intimidation. Stalkers often use intimidation to instill fear. How about?
You are not being sent anything. You are going and looking for things. That's not being sent. You're not being tagged. You're not good at this. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's so. Stop looking. God, that entitlement face. Ugh. Girl, your whole mask slipped off. I used to, I can't believe I liked your channel. Hey, you tricked, hey, I have to say this.
Yeah, we all loved her channel.
I have to say this. You did a damn good job at fooling everybody of who you really are. I swear to, but this right here, that face right there, tells me everything. Set that jaw, girl, because you will never admit. You said, yeah, I took accountability. You sat up in a bed with a 20-minute video and kind of breezed over some shit and didn't really take accountability for what you did. You know, you said, yeah, everybody talks shit. And I said, fuck. We don't care if you say fuck. You can say fuck, cunt, whore, whatever. Don't care. Don't care about that. And if you talked about victims, that's fucked up. But still, people could have kind of gotten over that. But then what everything has come out, what you did with the justice system while you sit here. And then the kicker for me was when Turtle Boy said, you are not a victim. And you have built your channel that you stand for victims, and you wrote back, oh, well, you know, John brought me your book, and you know, and this one sentence, and your work on Karen Reed was great. He called John, go look at what he said to John O'Keefe's mother, and tell me that you truly stand with victims. You're full of shit.
What did he say to his mother again?
He called her an ugly name or something. I can't remember what he actually said to her. I've seen the clip.
I can't remember what he said either.
He called her a name, and it was very ugly. And then he said he didn't do it. And then I think Kate clipped it and put it out. That's where I saw it at. But I know for sure that he said something to the mother of a murdered police officer, and you want to tell me that you tell him great work on Karen Reed and you stand for victims? Bitch, sit down. I can't imagine what's in those texts.
Oh, I'm sure they're pretty juicy, girl.
Showing up at CrimeCon when the stalking injunction said she couldn't, and then showing up in the bar 10 feet from you, taunting the police who had issued this injunction within hours, showing up at the bar, basically saying to you, I don't care. I'm in control. I'm going to intimidate. I don't care about this injunction. I own you, right? It's intimidation.
John talked to Joe Schmo.
The nature of intimidation is threatening messages, aggressive behavior, or implying harm. Implying harm. So it can be something as simple as implying harm. Is there implicit threats and implicit harm throughout this? Absolutely.
Yes.
How about ruining your kingdom, burning your kingdom to the ground? Is that harm?
Yeah.
It also can include reputational harm. The final one is interference. The stalker is involved in deliberately interfering with the victim's life. Examples include damaging someone's reputation or trying to sabotage their personal or professional relationships. The goal is to isolate the victim and make them feel powerless or dependent.
That happened.
Right, exactly. You meet all those criteria. I'm going to read.
You know what else? Quinn, can you pause this
I'm going
just
to
a
read.
second?
Let's talk.
You know what's really gross about this and why it's triggering people? Is because this bitch, this entitled, and yes, I think you're a complete bitch. This person sits up here and says that she's been stalked when real victims, you are spitting in the face of every real victim that was truly stalked. And John sits up here and says, we were worried that somebody was going to show up with a gun. Shut the fuck up. You are spitting in every real victim's face. And I hope that the next case, the families, the victims, I hope they don't trust you. You can still go to court. You don't need a family to do it. Do your job. Report on the case. But I hope the families, because they've been through enough, I hope that they don't trust you. I do. It's like people that scream out, you're triggering my PTSD. Get the fuck out of here.
When they've never been, yeah.
And you say you stand for victims. Ugh. Ooh, I'm sorry. She triggers me.
Girl, me too. Me too. So we are at timestamp. Let's see here. Where do we stop at? 141. 141.48. So that's where we stopped at, about halfway through 148.
Well, I'm going 9-9.
I am too. I appreciate you hanging out, Biddy, and I will catch you in the morning time. On the flip side, we will go over the rest of this in the morning.
Sounds good. Good talking to you. Good talking to everybody.
Good talking to you too, Biddy.
Thank you for the laughs, too. You got to laugh through some of this.
This computer's getting ready to restart too, so I don't want to tinker with that either.
Now, look, John, I'm going to tell you something. You need to go get the book, The Joyous Sex. You need to read that. Read that book. That is a good book to read. Might help you out a little bit. I don't think you've read it.
Well, there you go.
There you go. All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you guys being here and showing love as always. Thank you guys. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. I'll see you tomorrow morning. QB out.